What's up, guys? My name is Ted DarkClaw, and as always, I am accompanied by, damn it, the most beautiful man in the world, my best friend, my heterosexual life partner, the best business partner a guy could ask for, Aaron, the Black Knight. Aaron, how are you today?
Oh, a little bad Chipotle, but nothing a little liquid courage can solve.
You know, to me, all the Chipotle is bad Chipotle, so, you get what you pay for, sir.
Well, I didn't pay for it, so I guess there's that.
Oh, fair enough. Are you paying for it now, right?
You're not wrong.
So, super excited today. We have a special guest that we are going to introduce here in just a moment, which is why all these people are here. But first, I have to say one thing. So, Hella Dope Toys has been, blowing up a little bit recently, and we appreciate all of you immensely. And I just want you all to know that none of it is possible without this guy right here. Until this man came along and said, yo, let's turn that dream into a reality, I was just some douchebag selling toys on the internet. Without Aaron, there was no NECA. There was no Valaverse. There was no nothing. I'd just be a guy selling freaking Boglins on the street corner. So I just want you to know, Aaron, I appreciate everything that you have done for us and our new business.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was your vision. I just brought it to light.
Yeah, lit a fire under my ass.
And ammo, yeah, no, there's no such thing as good Chipotle.
There's no such thing.
It was just the option that we had for dinner.
All right, so I don't want to delay it anymore because time is money, and these people are paying with their time, right? So I would like to introduce an amazing guest, a huge friend of Hella Dope Toys. He is the host of the 3POA podcast and the man most likely to give all YouTubers background envy, Ryan, aka LaserPants. Welcome, Ryan.
What an introduction. Thank you.
You'll never get another one just as good.
I don't think I will. I don't deserve that.
We could have drum rolled a little more, but I was pressed for time here. I got to get the man on the screen.
Hey, well, thanks for having me on, man. I do appreciate it.
We appreciate having you. Now, because I got a long list of questions, and anybody watching or in the chat that has any questions for Ryan, because that's what this show is all about, asking Ryan a lot of weird ass questions, and he's going to answer them, every single one. Whatever weird ass question you have, man, he's contractually obligated to answer it. Before we do that, I have to ask Aaron an important question. Look, dude, this one's serious.
Okay.
Not messing around. I know we joke around a lot. This one's probably the most serious. What you sipping on?
Well, it's funny that you ask. Got this nice new Hella Dope mug, and you weren't joking when you got yours. This thing holds an entire 25-ounce drink. Like, this whole can is in this mug, right? But today we are sipping on the fine spiked orange soda Still Reserve. I've come accustomed to like the orange soda, actually. I'm kind of curious to what new flavors they'll even come up with, but orange soda definitely gets the W today. But Mr. DarkClaw, what you sipping on?
So we're doing a throwback to episode 1. I caught some crud and it's making me talk funny. So my wife made me an incredible drink, which, before I say this, shout out to Chloe Yackel, who made these Hella Dope mugs. My wife made me an incredible drink. It is a hot toddy, which we call in this house a hot teddy. It is some hot green tea, some really expensive honey, lemon juice, and a whole lot of Fireball, man. And it clears you right up. And, that wouldn't be complete without some
champagne of beers.
So no. I used to be a champagne of beer guy, but tonight we're on the Miller Lite. But You know, Aaron, I think we need to ask our guest his
Yes,
very first
yes.
question. And are you ready? Aaron, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, Ryan, Aaron and I want to know
What
what you sipping on?
I got something different tonight. I usually have my big steel carafe of whiskey and soda, but I got a gin and tonic tonight.
Gin and tonic, very classy.
Yeah, it's
man.
comes in that green bottle. I don't remember the name. The green bottle of gin with the
Tanqueray.
Tanqueray. You got it. Yep.
Some Snoop Dogg drinkage there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
First time I had Tanqueray, it reminded me of like drinking pine water. It was very like piney tasting. And
That's
then,
that elderberry.
yeah. Then I learned the secrets of mixing, and then everything became better. It looks like in the chat we have our first community question. Jeremy J, thank you for stopping in today. The question is, why doesn't Ryan's mustache connect to his beard? Like,
Oh, that's really simple. It's the way Jeremy's mother likes it. She likes when right there.
yeah,
She thinks it's cute. So I, keep it tight for his mom.
And
Shout out to his mom.
shout out.
Jeremy's mom's gonna come in like, I did not tell you to say that, LaserPants. That's our secret.
I mean, I could bring her on if you should. Hold on, I gotta get the keys to my handcuffs.
Bringing that heat with the pew pew. Damn. Now we have to bring Jeremy on. There's no other choice now. But shout out to Jeremy, co-host of Loose But Complete on the 3POA channel with Mr. LaserPants. Was it every Wednesday? Every other Wednesday?
Kind of like whatever Wednesday we feel like. Like I'm just gonna say it right now. I'm taking this Wednesday off. But yeah, probably next Wednesday. After that, yeah.
Not to feel like you are busted out, Mr. DarkClaw, but your daughter also says that yours don't connect either.
That is because
Jeremy's mother likes it that way. That's why.
Well, apparently Jeremy's mother doesn't like mine because mine connects. I got the full motif going today.
Yeah, Aaron's a true classy gentleman. Mine just won't connect. I'm 40 now, still waiting for puberty to strike. So one day
it'll happen, man. Just
mine used to connect when I was thinner, but his face starts to shag down and then it separates.
No, Ryan, I got a question. I got a burning question, right? I've watched many of your shows, and how do you get that hair just so perfectly smooth?
Yeah, I was trying to do it today and I couldn't.
Yeah, like I was getting the gel out. It just wasn't really moving over.
No gel. No, I don't put any gel in my hair. Salt water.
Salt water.
Yep.
Is that a Seattle exclusive? Like
no, you can get it anywhere. They sell it at stores. It's all natural. It's just salt and water. That's it. Salt and water. Yep. Put it on after a shower and good to go. Any other grooming tips?
The show's it's early. I'm sure more will come.
There's gonna be a lot.
By the way, I love this show. Hella dope hair. And I just want to thank you guys.
We'll make that a new segment. We'll fit that into our right after what you're sipping on.
Look, y'all. I'm not participating in hella dope hair. That's not a thing that's happening.
Wait, what? Maybe.
Wait, Aaron, are you gonna read the chat? I don't know what's happening here.
Exion Figures is you saying it grows in all white and trashy like that?
All right. Do we have anything else popping in the chat before we begin interrogating this man?
Gavin's Travels. Yeah, he has a good one here. The important question is, does your new title as White Potato make me a tater tot?
It makes you up past your bedtime. Go to sleep.
Busted.
Yeah, you're a tater tot, buddy. That's fine.
All right. Well, one, we appreciate your time. We appreciate you coming here, knowing that we were going to ask you some pretty intense questions. So I think we're just gonna get right into it and start off because honestly, this show's for me. Like, I'm glad the chat's here, but all these questions I need to know. Like, I'm not the best LaserPants historian. I tried doing some research on this, man, and I don't know. You're a tough nut to crack. So a lot of these questions are just for me, my own pure curiosity. But let's get this show started. LaserPants, I need to know, what is your origin story? How does one go from toy collector to a man with LaserPants on YouTube?
Well, when I was really young, my dad was he was a scientist, and our home planet was going to blow up, and so he put me on a rocket ship to Earth. And when I got here, it gave me, like, the sun, the power of a yellow sun gave me superpowers, and that that's my origin story. No, of course, I'm kidding.
I mean, I was sold on it.
Yeah, I was like, this is interesting.
No, but really, when I was a kid, my parents took me to this play called Zorro. And on the way out, this guy pulled a gun on us and he shot my mom and dad and killed them. And like my mom's pearls fell on the ground. And so when I grew up, I decided to be a crime fighter in a bat suit.
See that seems more like it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's more accustomed to what we actually do know of you.
Right.
That's the real story. I don't know, man. I got in. I mean, as a kid, I was collecting superpowers, Star Wars, Kenner Star Wars. Really into that stuff. Toy Biz, Batman, Kenner Dark Knight collection stuff. Then, I started growing out of toys around 13, 14, but that's right when Power of the Force 2 hit store shelves. And I saw that, and I was like, I had already been like, I don't really like playing with toys anymore, right? But when I saw those on the shelf, I had to have them. There was a Target like 4 blocks from our house, and I would like skip school and go there, go there after school and come home. And when I saw those Power of the Force 2, there was the internet, but it wasn't like now. So I just kind of saw them on the shelf for the first time, had no clue they were coming, right? It's not like today where you pre-order everything a year or 2 or 3 years in advance.
Yeah, you can turn on the Floosh or watch the 3POA podcast and find out about this kind of stuff.
Right. So since then, I've taken a few breaks from collecting, but I've pretty much been collecting ever since.
So I know you on your last few you've done your like top 5s. Mr. DarkClaw was actually on one of them. Mezco, is that like your kind of like your top tier right now? Is that like the go-to?
Yeah.
Or Mayfix? I know you got a little bit of Mayfix in there.
Mayfix has kind of taken their spot because Mezco hasn't really been delivering. They're putting out new stuff, but I have stuff that I've pre-ordered years ago that still hasn't shipped, and so it's kind of off-putting. Yeah, and also Mezco's leaning into their own IP called Rumble Society, which I do really like. But what Mayfix is doing, it has all my childhood nostalgia. I mean, they're doing the Death and Return of Superman figures. Yep. They're doing Batman Hush, Dark Knight Returns, and there's no good domestic DC line unless you like McFarlane, which I don't care for his figures. So Mayfix is pretty much taking the number 1 spot.
I mean, for me, I've kind of gone on hiatus on like the collecting side. I mean, it was big in the Funko game for a while. I had like an entire wall, like not this wall per se, but like I probably had about 750 Funko Pops at one time. And like getting back into like the action figure side, it really it was a NECA for me when they came out with that the movie TMNT line. Like when I first saw those turtles hit, I'm like, I have to have them. That's what drew me back in. And ever since, I've been kind of like hooked onto
it. So we were talking about your 13, 14-year-old collecting days. What was your favorite toy line back then? Like aside from the Star Wars, but like if you look back to Man, those were good times. What was your favorite toy line? The thing that you had to have, the most important, the thing you're going to save from a fire?
From those days. I mean, I went through phases, and toy lines kind of came and went, but I think DC. Look, my childhood was a big gap, right? So Star Wars, the Kenner Star Wars ended when I was like 4, right? And then Star Wars didn't come back to the shelves except for like Micro Machines and Bendums until I was 14. So there was like a 10-year gap where there's no Star Wars. So for me, it was like DC. That could have been the Superpowers line, the Toy Biz Batman line, or the Kenner Dark Knight collection, any of that stuff. Never really, even though I loved the cartoon, I didn't collect the cartoon stuff from Kenner, Batman the Animated Series. But yeah, I was all about DC. And I did, of course, the Marvel figures from Toy Biz. I was all about those too.
Now,
So, I mean, if I had to pick one line or one toy to save from a fire, it probably would have been my Superpowers Superman, which I had 3 of because I played with them so much I'd break them or lose the cape or something like that. So
the Todd McFarlane, I believe, is the one that just re-released these Superpowers figures. Is that right? Yeah. Now, that Superman, I had a version of that, but he had like a kryptonite ring. Is that from the same line, or am I thinking of something else? There was a ring you could put on. He had a magnet in his chest, and you put it at him, and the Superman figure would fall down. But he had the same clipped cape and the same face that's been released now.
The Toy Biz Superman had the superheroes, DC Superheroes Toy Biz, I think, had that feature. Because or was that Superpowers? No, Superpowers had you squeeze his legs and it's the punching feature.
Okay. Yeah. I did not have that because I think he had articulated arms and legs for the most part, the holding them up. But the ring thing was, I always thought that was super cool. That came with a ring, you put it near Superman, and he just
it was like a green kryptonite ring, right?
Yeah.
That was the Toy Biz.
Okay.
The Toy Biz DC Superheroes that came out around the same. Well, either before or right after they did the movie figures.
Okay. Yeah, my timeline from back then is a mess because my toy collecting back then was a mess. I just got, random crap.
It was.
Yeah, we didn't get to go to the toy store until we were much older, so it was like what you got on Christmas was what got you through the year.
Right.
And I never got to really, see those full pegs in action. But so that's what you were collecting in the past. It is 2023 now. You a grown ass man. What are we collecting this year?
A lot of Action Force. I kind of dabble in a lot of stuff. Black Series, Marvel Legends, Classified, but mostly Action Force, Legends, and those are the 2 main things I collect, like in bulk. Like Mayfex, you get like a handful a year because they're very expensive and they're released infrequently. But like Marvel Legends, I swear they have a new wave like every month. I don't buy them all, right? But it seems like there's always something new coming out that I want. And then Action Force, Bobby put out 3 waves last year. The 4th wave is about to come out this month, so it's a lot of, and it's an army building line. Like every series has at least like 2 army builders in it. So that's a lot of figures. Yeah,
no, and then like it's from if I were making a toy company, right, I would definitely pad it with army builders. Like that is a smart way to go. And as people who sell toys, we have also recently learned that army builders, man, those things move.
Oh yeah,
they buy them in bulk. So you are technically an action figure now. You have the LaserPants figure. Do you have that near you?
I have I do. There it is. So it's just a head sculpt that Mark II Toys made. So at Joe Fest 21, he scanned my head with this app that he had. And he said, I want to do custom action figure heads, for people. And I have this app. So he scanned my head and I totally forgot about it. And like 6 months later, I think January 22, I get a box in the mail from him and it's got a couple of heads of me in the box. And This one is painted by Alex Sanchez, my old co-host on the Infinity Equation. But he painted a battle damaged one and then a normal one, which is, I don't know where that one is. Somewhere. But
yeah, we weren't sure where that came from. I wasn't sure if Bobby had made that, or if you got a box one day from a rando. It was like, yo, I love you. I've been sculpting your head all day, man.
No, the incredibly talented Mark II Toys. Unfortunately, he can't do this anymore. He has this file of my head. He can print these out, but he can't scan heads anymore because Apple discontinued the app. They deleted it from their app store.
Is that because of a certain giant corporation and them trademarking something about a selfie series or anything like that? Or
No.
I will tell you, your head sculpt looks way better than mine.
I mean, like he literally had his phone with the camera and he walked around. I sat on a bar stool at the bar at Joe Fest and he walked around me with this camera. And then he showed me what it did. And it was like a 3D rendering of my head. It was mind blowing. And then, like I said, I forgot about it. And 6 months later, these show up in my mailbox. So it was pretty cool.
That's pretty dope. Before we came on, I showed you that Spider-Man one. I'm like, man, I believe in like you get what you pay for, but that scan does not represent none of this. It's like it's like a very cheap rendering of like, hey, this is like we could do better, but we choose not to. But we're gonna take all your money and then you're just gonna deal with it.
Yeah, well, the selfie series, it's not sculpt. They have a set sculpt for heads, right? They probably have many different ones. But they take a photo of your face and they print the face on a sculpt that's the closest to you as they have. So they're not actually sculpting your face. They're just printing your face onto one of their generic head sculpts.
Hell, you would have told me $100. You tell me $100. I send you a picture of my face or like however way you want to do it, and you make that, I would do it. Like, yeah. I think that's the big thing that they're missing is they're underestimating what people will actually pay for. Like, if you told me, even if you said $120, you pick the figure that you want it on, you pick the facial expression that you want, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Instant seller. But then you do this, and it's like, unless you have like that type of face that fits their pre-made head sculpts, then it's golden. But like what you have, like, that's a one of a kind thing.
Yeah, it really is. I'm really thankful that he did that, because I never really expected anything from it. I'm like, this isn't going to work, But Mark, he's a talented guy, and he even painted my other one that I have. No, I sent the one that he painted to Tony. So if you see that one in one of Tony's videos, that is one that Mark painted, and that's the first head sculpt he ever painted, and it's amazing.
Art G says he's got one of your head sculpts. He's nervous about painting it.
I did send him one. Yeah, I think I have like 10 left. Let's see here.
Oh, now, are these for sale on your? I know you have a merch store. Those aren't for sale or anything like that.
I'm not selling them.
Really?
No, I'm. That's way too narcissistic.
That's the first thing I would do.
You want a little head?
Yeah, I don't. No, maybe someday. But look, I would have to hit up Mark and ask for more, and then what I'd probably do is, if enough people wanted them, just say, hey, buy them from Mark, and if Mark was down. If he's like, no, it's not worth my time, then no. But I don't want to sell them.
It's and this is a subject we'll get to in a little bit, but I feel like anybody who owns a Bratz car almost wants a LaserPants head sculpt for toy photography. Like it's just they almost have to. I was really mad. I was trying to make this thumbnail and I got to do Photoshop stuff, and I'm like, God damn it! If I land one of those fucking heads, like, this would be a whole lot easier. But I was like, yeah, we'll just do it the Photoshop way.
No, I'll send you one.
Oh. Well, I mean, you don't have to do that. I mean, I appreciate it. I don't know how to paint. It's probably going to look terrible when I'm done.
I mean, you could just commission someone to paint it. That's what I did with Alex. I just asked, hey, you got time? He said, sure. And so I paid him, and he painted a couple of them for me. I'm not saying he'll paint them for you, but there are people that'll paint anything.
Alex and I are BFFs now. We
cool.
bonded on your show. We're homies. I've been texting him all day. He'll take care of me.
There you go.
Aaron, any burning questions for Mr. LaserPants before we move on to this next session here?
No, I'll ask as they come up.
Okay.
You know how I roll.
Yeah. Cool. So, how did you get started in YouTube? Because I felt like I knew of you before Infinity Equation, but then I also drink a lot. So,
no. So, you guys know Rectangular, the YouTuber?
Yes.
Yeah. So, he was on Infinity Equation, but he lives here near me in Seattle, and I think we had met up to do a trade or something, or I sold him something. I just knew him from online communities and YouTube, and we were Facebook friends. And so he had something, or I had something that he wanted to buy or something. Anyway, we met up, and we were acquaintances. And I don't know why to this day. I really should ask him, but he was doing the Infinity Equation with Dante and a couple other guys. Well, the couple other guys didn't want to do the show anymore. They were only like 10 or 11 episodes into the, into the run. And Todd reached out to me and said, hey, you want to do, come on Infinity Equation and talk about New York Toy Fair. And it was New York Toy Fair 2020. I said, yeah, because I listened to the show. So I went on and I had a lot of fun. I was really nervous. And after, a few days after that, he's like, hey, do you just want to be our co-host? And I was like, yeah, that'd be awesome, man. And so I joined with the Infinity Equation guys, and that's how it started.
I think that's interesting because I feel like Infinity Equation really hit its stride during, the whole Rona thing. Because that's when I found you guys. And I didn't realize it was even going on before that, because as far as I knew, you were always there. It was, you, Dante, Rectangular, like that was like the OG cast to me. Mm-hmm. And then, Bobby would pop in and out when Bobby popped in and out. At least that's the impression I had of it anyway. He was like, special guest.
Yeah, well, Bobby. Oh, go ahead and ask what you wanted.
No, go ahead. You talk away, sir. I'm here to listen to you.
So I had learned of Action Force because I had backed this other Kickstarter called Army Alphas. And the guy doing Army Alphas, he ghosted, right? Like, luckily, I had a feeling like this wasn't going to... It funded, right? He had my money, but I was like, it seems real sketchy. So I reached out to him for a refund, got my money back, right? And then it fell apart after that. And he took the money and ran. But for some reason, before that, he gave me a refund, luckily. And so through that Army Alphas community, I learned about Action Force. And then I learned about Bobby, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember Bobby from, like, San Diego Comic-Con. He was being interviewed by Shartimus Prime. He was that guy with the double-jointed elbow tattoos. And so I was like, Dante, we should try to get this guy on the show. And I had seen Bobby do some other podcasts, and, like, he'd go into Facebook groups and do live streams with guys in Facebook groups. I said, we should have him on to talk about Action Force. It looks like this military toy line, kind of like G.I. Joe, and this is before classified. So there's no classified out there. It wasn't even hinted at. It wasn't up for pre-order or anything. And Dante's like, okay, reach out to him. I said, okay. So I added Bobby on Facebook, sent him a message and said, hey, we got a podcast called Infinity Equation. We talk about toys. You want to come on and talk about Action Force? And he was like, yeah. And so we scheduled it. He came on. And so before the show started, we're hanging out like in the green room like this, right? And StreamYard. And Bobby, we were having a conversation, and Bobby said, yeah, I've always kind of wanted to start my own podcast and do this thing. And Dante's like, oh, well, you want to be a co-host with us? And I was like, of course he doesn't. He was like, yeah, let me think about it. And so like 2 weeks later, he was a co-host. He was in the opening credits of the show.
I think that's funny about your thoughts on Bobby, because one of the reasons why we don't reach out to Bobby unless we're trying to buy figures is like he doesn't want to fucking talk to us.
Yeah. No, he probably would. He's really good about going on other podcasts and promoting his.
He was on Modern Toy Fair last year, I think, something like that. I don't know. He's probably been on other stuff. I can't.
Well, he was sick and he coughed the whole time.
Oh, nice.
Nice. He was coughing the whole time on that show. I felt bad for those guys.
Look, you take Bobby how he is, right?
Yeah.
And my first impression of Bobby on Infinity Equation, because I didn't know who Bobby Vallow was. Like, now I do, but back then I didn't know. And you guys were, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes into the show, and then he just pops in outside, chiefing this just gigantic cigar.
I remember that, yeah.
And I was just like, Bobby Vallow is the bad boy of toys, man. And that's what he's been ever since to me.
Let me tell you something. He would like you to think that. But that man is a teddy bear, all right? I know him. He is a teddy bear.
Aaron, any follow-up questions? We got any chat stuff? Anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to there were some questions earlier. Axion Figs wanted to know what would your guys' consider grail pieces, and do you have them already?
Ryan?
Yeah, I was able to get one last year from Talker Art. He sold me his Dragon Man at an incredibly good price. And so, yeah, Dragon Man by Toy Biz was one of my grails, and I acquired that.
That's awesome. Did he charge you market value, or he hook you up a little bit?
Way below.
Oh, nice.
He gave me a killer deal. Like, so the last time I had seen one sell was at Frankenson. I went for this Toy Migos meetup. The Toy Migos, I'm sure you guys, the podcast. Well, Unparalleled Universe was there. And he bought a Dragon Man for $500. Yeah. So I'm like, geez, I'll never have a Dragon Man. I'm not paying that much for it. Way less than that. I won't say how much, but yeah, I got a screaming deal from Talker.
That is a good deal. Aaron, what about you? Any grails? Anything that you want to have still in the box to stare at and collect dust?
I mean, I got a lot of things in boxes, but I mean, it's probably going to be some like the old, like 80s, early 90s WWE figures. We're wrestling fans through and through. But then kid me is like, I'm going to play with them, and then the arm pops off, and now I don't want it. Today me is like, man, I really wish I had that to go with, my Sting figure, or set up something sweet with like I got like the SH Figure Arts, Triple H, and The Rock, like just a lot of stuff that I could like really think of at the top of the head for like matches that I would have in my head, or playing with my son, because AJ Styles, that's his guy. He is part of the Phenomenal Club. But that, like, those older WWE figures are definitely something I want to get my hands on. I did find a couple on like eBay. Some of them were kind of pushing the limit of what I want to spend, but I think at some point I may pull that trigger.
Awesome. So for me, I have a lot of stuff, so there's not a lot of things like I'm in a pretty happy place. But there is one thing that always got away, because I pride myself on my toy hunting skills. Like if it's out there, I'm gonna fucking find it. But the one thing that got away from me was the Cyclops Dark Phoenix Marvel Legends 2-pack. I think that was Toys R Us exclusive or something. Yeah. And man, for years that screwed with me. And I had opportunities to get it cheaper, and I was like, no, I'm gonna find it on my own, damn it, because I'm a toy hunter, and that's what I do. And I never found it, and I'm quite happy with my Cyclops now, and they re-released Dark Phoenix already. I actually prefer the second Cyclops that they released more than anything else. But man, it still haunts my dreams.
Does
every night.
That 2-pack goes for a lot?
I would say it's probably. I mean, I haven't checked the price recently, but I would gather it's probably about $200 right now.
Oh, wow.
It was hovering like 125, 140 for a while.
Yeah, I mean, with the re-releases of the Cyclops and the Dark Phoenix, it's probably lower. But you know, I kind of put that in the past and put it to bed. But man, every now and then it's the one that I couldn't catch and always bothered me.
So Ryan, our good friend Mr. Jim Largo, he has this dying question here. So this was back when we were talking about your origin story. He's asking, so is that when the Bratz phase of the LaserPants saga begins?
The Bratz phase, I got my first Bratz car. It was probably 2018. And it was my niece's. I mean, she's grown now. She's in her 20s. But she had her Bratz collection, I guess, at my mom's house. And I was over at my mom's helping her move some stuff around. And I'm like, that's a Bratz car. And I'd seen this Bratz car being used in like toy photography before. Like I remember someone had taken a picture of the Punisher stuffing a body into the trunk of the Bratz. And I'm like, I asked the guy, I'm like, what car is that? He's like, oh, it's this Bratz car. And so I saw it at my mom's house and it was like mind blowing because at the time it was pretty expensive, you know, on like eBay to get one of these things. Just before they re-released them. And I'm like, Mom, can I have this? And she was like, yeah.
Like, why are you asking?
She's like, why do you want the doll car? I'm like, no, it works with my action figures. She's like, okay, you can have it. I'm like, thanks, Mom. So yeah, that's how it started. Like
I imagine, like young Ryan, like taking the Bratz car, like this is the greatest gift of all time.
Oh man, I brought it home. I showed my wife, like, look what I got. I got the Bratz car.
Like this is like out of anything that could have happened, it doesn't matter anymore. This car has made my day.
Yep.
Whatever. I don't know what happened to it. Art G, thank you for the comment there. He says, you've known Ryan before Infinity Equation and was always sincere and generous to me and the Facebook, YouTube toy community. He then introduced me to IE.
Art is a good dude, man. He is a very genuine person. It was in the Plastic Cannibals group. Maybe we were doing trades or something, Art, or we'd hunt for each other. You know, like he finds everything where he's at in Pennsylvania. So he probably found something for me. I found something for him, and we used to do in the Plastic Cannibals group. We do these group live streams, and we'd all hang out and talk about toys and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, Art's a good dude.
Gojatron, his grill piece is the Bratz car. I still yet to have one, by the way. Like I should have got it on Black Friday.
I told you to get it several times, sir.
Dude,
several times.
The thing was, it was in my cart, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it because I was getting all the Christmas gifts together, and like, you know, like at Amazon, they put up the little message that says like important like note. I go click on it, goes, Bratz car now $60. Like, god damn it.
Yeah, that's because the third party people got it, and because of this guy, they saw that thing going up. You and I know how this works. We know how these third party Amazon guys work. There was something hot. It was leaked in a toy lead group because of this guy, and we're gonna come back to the Bratz car. Okay, we're not done with this Bratz car conversation. There's just a timeline to this interview. Okay, but yeah, that's Ryan's fault, and we're gonna get back to that. We're gonna get back to that in a little bit. Any other questions from the chat at this time?
RG says remembers when Bratz Cars that Ryan pushed Bratz Cars back on him in 2019, 2020. Now you found it in the Goodwill store. Hey, you find another one, you know, let me right here. This guy.
Hit us up, RG. Aaron needs a Bratz car. Gotta light up the Boulevard, damn it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay, so you were on Infinity Equation, and again, to me, that's the OG cast. And I understand, like, what's cool about Infinity Equation now is it almost works like a Saturday Night Live type deal where there's seasons and there's casts for a season, and then some people move on and they bring in new people to get their start, and I think that's really cool. What do you think was the most impactful thing that the Infinity Equation did while you were there?
Oh, we interviewed Eric and Julia Lewald and Larry. Larry, I can't think of his last name. Anyway, the director and writers for X-Men the Animated Series.
Oh, from the 90s.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, we had them on and we got to talk to them, and not only was that cool, but they were some of the nicest people I've ever talked to. It was like talking to my parents or my grandparents. Just super sweet, nice people, genuine and true fans of the X-Men. Like it wasn't just a job for them. They loved it.
Are they going to be part of the new series?
They are consultants. So I hope whoever's running it, I forget the guy's name, I hope he listens to everything they tell him.
Yeah, I mean that X-Men series back in the 90s. I mean, like I would run home from school, and like that TV, like my sister or my mom's watching TV. Like, you got to get off. I need to watch X-Men right now.
Yeah,
like that was a huge part of my childhood.
Besides Spider-Man, because I was aware of Spider-Man from the 80s and his Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends and that stuff, but X-Men is what got me into Marvel. The X-Men the Animated Series. That's what got me into Marvel. That's what got me to buy Marvel comic books. Because before that, it was all DC for me.
I was never big into DC. I mean, Batman, obviously. I mean, he's pretty much like the staple of the DC world. But I was always day one Marvel. I was the first superhero I ever fell in love with was Spider-Man, and that's because my dad bought me a comic from some yard sale, and it was like now it's probably worth like a couple $100.
It's Amazing Fantasy 15.
I don't think it was that one. It probably wasn't that one, but it was somewhere in that line.
Nicotronis, thank you. Larry Houston. Yeah, he was the showrunner for X-Men.
Okay. But yeah, I mean Spider-Man is what got me into loving Marvel. X-Men is just what solidified the reason why I knew I made the right choice.
Well, Aaron, we lived in our old neighborhood. We had a convenience store, and it had the old spinner racks, but I don't ever really remember it selling anything but like Spider-Man. So a lot of people will ask me like, oh man, you read Spider-Man comics when you were young. Like, what was your favorite period? And everyone always laughs at me because I'm like, well, the Clone Saga, because that was the only thing like at that time we could buy, and the Clone Saga was real big then, and that was really the only access to comic books that we had. So Scarlet Spider,
we didn't have any comic book stores.
Yeah, we had to walk across to the pharmacy, and that's where we got our comic books from.
My first Spider-Man comic was the Spider-Man 30th anniversary cover with like the hologram on the cover.
Yes. It's a good one. Is that McFarlane, right? Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different one. Maybe I'm thinking of the foil covers. I'm thinking of the foil covers.
Yeah, this one was a full-on hologram.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to me, the Infinity Equation was booming, like absolutely booming. There were like, the YouTube live things were becoming really big during the pandemic. Unparalleled Universe, was doing well. There was some retro guys doing the same thing.
That's what it was.
Yes.
Thank you.
And then you guys were like really on top of it, and then you decided to leave the cast and move on to other things. Was that a hard decision for you to make? Like that was that's where you had been. You were there for like what, a good year and a half?
Oh no, 2 years.
2 years.
Oh yeah, over 2 years. Yeah, I had already started the 3POA podcast like 6 months before, because I left in April of 22, But no, that just came down to my job. I just couldn't make it to the show on time. I would have been a half hour to an hour late, and I didn't want to ask them to move the time of the show, because it would have either pushed them back to when Unparalleled Universe was live, or it would have had to move to a different day, and I didn't want to do that to them. So I bowed out. But I mean, me and Dante are still really good friends, and obviously me and Alex are.
So it was never anything about like, well, I want to go try to do my own thing or anything like that. It was just a time.
No, because I was already doing the 3 POA at that point.
Huh.
Yeah, like we chose to do 3 POA on Saturday because it didn't interfere with my work schedule, and it was more convenient for Bobby and his, with his schedule with his kids and family stuff. And it's actually Sunday morning for Tony when we do it, so because he's on the other side of the world.
It's very similar to us because, like I said, that's why we chose Sunday. Because we didn't want to interfere with what you do on Saturday or Wednesday, and Wednesday is just a really bad day for us in general, or for me. But we're like, Sunday, most people are home.
Yeah.
So like, what better than to end the week or the weekend than hanging out with us? So like, we totally we both have families. I have a younger family compared to Mr. DarkClaw here, but. I mean, I totally can relate to, we both have full-time jobs while balancing another business and this. So it's very time consuming to try and balance everything all at one time.
It is.
I appreciate you. You reminded me, I skipped a question here. Is Chloe still in the chat? Because I need her to listen to this. Okay. So Ryan, I have seen on your show from time to time, you have an amazing son who will, come refill your beverages for you from time to time,
He will.
And that's some amazing parenting right there. Because one, I have a Chloe here in the chat who 100% would not do that for me. And I want to know what you did to make such an amazing child.
I bribed him with lots of money. No, I don't know. I've always been told that he's a really well-behaved kid and he's very kind, and he just does it. I beat him a lot too, so there's that. But
yeah,
that's what I should have done.
Yeah, you gotta beat your kids.
You gotta beat them early, man. You gotta put that fear.
and for fun.
Yeah, because I don't want to pay her. She already hustles me all the time to pay her for stuff. She's like, well, I'll rearrange the warehouse and organize it for you for like $50, or I'll design the man cave for you for like $50. I'm like, girl, get out of here.
Yeah, see, girls are good at that, man. They're good at getting your money, right?
RG says it's served on a tray.
Yeah. He did serve it on a tray one time. On a thing, he brought it in. He had like the towel over his arm, and he brought it in to me. I'm like, oh my goodness, yeah,
bribing them with a Nintendo.
And then I took the drink and he threw the tray and he goes, "This job sucks. I quit."
Mean, that's great. See, my son, he'll do it, but see, then he goes and questions. He's like, wait. I'm not supposed to touch daddy's alcohol. I'm like, look, homie, I'm not trying to leave this chair right now. So either you go get it or you get no Legos. So you choose which one you want.
Yeah. They like their Legos, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm razzing my daughter a little bit. She is an amazing daughter. I appreciate her immensely. She is going to one day moderate this chat for us. But I couldn't figure it out. So she is powering through all our shows. She is our number one fan. She watches all of them unless she's out with a boyfriend or something like that. So Chloe, I do appreciate you and these hella dope mugs.
Those are cool.
Which she was like, by the way, you're gonna pay me for that, right?
Yeah,
which I did. Actually, this one was a gift. This was a Christmas gift. Aaron, I paid.
Oh, I gotta buy mine. What?
No, I paid for it. It was fine.
Okay.
That's fine. I feel a little left out. I don't have one.
I know. Well, maybe I was about to say something that was going to sound super inappropriate about an exchanging of heads for mugs.
Give me a little head, I'll give you a little mug.
Yeah. What does everybody want?
It's that kind of show. All right.
It's always that kind of show when we're around, man.
Here we are. The hot teddy's gone. We're on the first Miller Lite. The tides have turned.
I want to jump up real quick. Jeremy, he goes, Ryan's extremely generous. He let me take 5 figures from the laser cave last time I was there.
I let him. Yeah, he took them just when I wasn't looking.
Well, I mean,
that was when I was still like under construction down here too. Like half this room was a disaster.
So like let me tell you how infamous I am of your. I always when I tune in, it's usually me that's under the Hella Dope YouTube. So it's usually me unless I'm under my name. But like I look at your setup, I'm like, man, that is a beautiful setup. But then I turn around and I'm like, that's not so beautiful. Like, we gotta enhance our look here. But this is a growing progress here,
Exactly. Yeah, you can look back at Infinity Equation. It was a process. And by the way, I got a really good deal on these details. I didn't pay full price for them.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
See, I missed the deal because IKEA here they had them for $49.99, so like half off.
That's
and
good.
They had sold so many of them that they oversold their stock, so they completely stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird because you couldn't get a detail for like almost a year for a minute, and then they were like, "Oh no, they're on sale," and they're gone again.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was really annoying.
When they were like out of stock during the pandemic is when I got mine because a friend of mine who lives south of me, like an hour, he had managed to get like 6 of them. He had them for a few months, and he's like, I want to set my stuff up differently, and so he hit me up, hey, you want these details? So I'm like, yes, I do. So I went and picked them up, and I paid him, and I was very happy.
Yeah, that's how many are there? What do you have? 12 details? That's what it looks like. That's my count.
No, 8.
8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeremy,
I have 8, and then I have one right here with my helmets that you can't see right now.
I'm sorry, Aaron. Go ahead and answer your question.
I'm pretty sure you're talking about this one. No, it's not the IC build. I am actually getting the white IC title. It's on the way, actually. But this is the Signature Series John Cena 20th anniversary with the spinner.
That's cool.
So,
that's awesome.
I found a guy. We won't discuss exactly how he does his business, but he gets them for me about half off of retail price. So he sells me belts. I promote his things, and it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah. Hey, Jeremy, that's your last question. Okay. Be quiet now.
That was the limit, sir. You got 3. Damn it.
Don't worry, Jeremy. We'll get you on at some point.
Yeah, no, Jeremy's on the list. Like, we almost have a backlog. So it started off as, do you think we should do guests? And then we were like, yeah, I don't know. And then, things started working out. And then we're like, well, we have guests that have confirmed. And then we're like, well, we should probably slow it down. And now I if I wanted to, I think I could back us up through the end of March. But
you should definitely do guests.
Yeah. We have guests all month, and I'll promote all that at the end of the show. But there's big things coming. We're super excited about it. Any other questions in the chat, Aaron, that we missed?
Not
Mr. LaserPants.
Not to him particularly, no. But,
all right,
Jeremy, Axion, Jeremy. Yeah, Jeremy, that's the one I'm getting. The white IC title.
So you're doing Infinity Equation, and you're doing 3 POA at the same time. You just started it off. How does the 3 POA come to exist?
Well, I was friends with Bobby because we had been doing Infinity Equation for like a year or more, over a year at that point. And Bobby had to leave the show for, just Action Force was picking up, and, 2 kids, family, all that, running a business. He couldn't do Friday nights anymore. And so he stepped aside from the show. And then I guess him and Tony were talking about doing something. And I think it was Tony's idea to ask me if I wanted to be a part of it. And they ran it by me. I was like, yeah, man, let's do it.
Speaking of Mr. Analog Toys, he's officially here.
No, he's at work. Yeah, it's Monday morning for him. in the future.
So when you guys, the three of you joined forces, do you guys all have like a special ring or something, and you put it up together and like, like a Captain Planet with our powers combined?
LaserPants.
Actually, that's a cool idea. You guys should make a 3POA ring.
Oh yeah.
You guys got a.
I want a pinky ring though. I want it.
Yes.
The ring.
So when you guys started this, did you have a goal in mind? Like why are the three of you making a channel?
Not really. We just liked talking. Tony was a guest on Infinity Equation like a year prior. Actually, and Michael was too. Michael from Retro Blasting, and they're the ones that helped Infinity Equation get past 1,000 subs. So yeah, Tony came on Infinity Equation, then maybe a month or so later, I went on his channel to do what his show called Pallet Talk, where he has another collector on, and they just talk about the hobby and stuff. And what was the question?
What was the goal of the 3POA? Like when you guys started off, what were you trying to accomplish?
I think it was just an excuse for the three of us to hang out and talk about toys, and have a fun show together.
Did you think that you guys would like become kings of the toy community?
No. I never thought that. Like when Tony first told me, like, hey, I want to put the 3POA on its own channel, like just have it be your channel. And I was like, oh no, that'll never work. Because I never thought it's not that I never thought it would work. I was just like, you want me to host it? Okay. All right. It's not going to be good. Right. But we grew an audience, and we started the 3POA on its own channel, and it took, about 3 months to get to that 1,000 subscriber goal. And, yeah.
So in the process of me like doing research, I went back and like your first lives where you guys were all introducing yourself. Like I know there were random videos up prior to that, but like your first live still had you guys had like 56 people in the chat in the beginning. People were already like, throwing super chats, unless there was something else that I missed prior to that. But you guys got off to the right foot for sure.
The first two shows on the 3POA channel were simulcast on Analog Toys.
Oh.
So we were live on both channels to try to get people to come over to the 3POA to subscribe. So the super chats were through Analog Toys.
Speaking of, Tony says he always believed the combination of a modern collector, a vintage collector, a toy designer would be a dynamic that would work really well. Plus, we're all good ball busting friends.
Yeah,
and I feel like you like it's kind of like how me and Ted are. I mean, we've known each other for years. We essentially grew up with each other. So like our dynamic, whether we're together or on screen in front of the masses, it just works,
Yeah, what Tony just said, that hits the nail on the head, and he said that early on. I think that's what it is. People like tuning in. They like hearing Bobby's perspective, his peek behind the curtain of the toy industry type stuff. They like Tony because he's like an expert on vintage Action Man and Action Force and stuff like that. And I'm there, so.
Question. Hold on, sorry, real quick.
No, good.
We need some validity behind this. Tony says that you have a brown ring.
Tony, it's black.
I have a more challenging, deeper question here in regards to 3POA. So Aaron and I visit a lot of live streams. Like we go through channels, we try to support the community, be a part of the community. So we have to watch a lot of stuff, but your channel specifically has such like a strong following. Like these people love you guys. What did the three of you do to create such like a grounded, faithful community? Like, did you have any part of that, or did it just happen?
I think we're just honest and we're real. Like, we're not playing characters. We're just ourselves. And we already had, a pretty solid friendship foundation. And, we like to bust balls, and that could be funny. So I think people gravitate towards that. Obviously, Tony already had a really faithful following with his channel, right? And yeah, I mean, Tony says, be honest and be prepared. I put time into being prepared for each show. Hopefully that comes across. But yeah, I just think, I don't know. Sometimes something just clicks and it just works.
We're trying to get that to, get there ourselves. I mean, we started this YouTube channel, like posting shorts, and like we posted a boggling video just to kind of like get the name out. And then like our idea was, well, maybe if we start getting into other communities, get more on a personal level. And that's kind of like I think how we kind of really got more to where we are with you and 3POA. We spent a lot of time in the chat, got to know you, got to know, Tony, Bobby, and the rest of the chat. And like, in return, the love has come back infinitely. Like there's not enough that I could ever say that will ever thank you in this community enough. But like, I think that's kind of where like the growth process is. Like, you take care of the people who take care of you, and then everyone wins together.
Yeah. I mean, I always try to, I get a lot of messages nowadays on Instagram and Facebook, but I do try to return them all. Because we're all middle-aged guys buying toys, and we might as well stick together because it's a pretty niche hobby, and people on the outside looking at us are like, what a bunch of weirdos, but that's fine. I'm a weirdo.
Yeah, be proud of it.
Yeah.
So you guys have become immensely popular, and you're all very humble about it. Like I know you guys celebrate your wins very well, but you're all very humble about where the channel actually is. And especially watching your year-end show, like the chat was booming. You had 400 plus people in there. It felt like a rocket, like ready to blow. Like, and I don't know, do you see that? Do you feel like it's that way? Do you think like, everything's about to turn right now?
It started with, kind of. Like it blows my mind that we have that many people watching, for sure. It's especially because, we have, a little over 2,000. We have about 2,600 subscribers. And that's in YouTube world, that's a very, very small channel. Mm-hmm. So the fact that we get that kind of engagement, that many people showing up is always like mind blowing. I feel like something happened when we were talking about the Engine of Vengeance. That's when, that was to this date, that was our biggest show. And yeah, something definitely changed then. That was definitely like a moment of change in our history.
Yeah, your engagement is really on point, because even though people aren't always able to make your lives, a lot of people pop in and just say, hey, I'm just saying hi, and I'm going to catch the replay. The replay turnaround is also huge, and to a degree we understand that, because you specifically promoted us, and we had a big turn that night, and I said tomorrow's going to be different because all these people are going to watch the replay. And then the next day blew up as well. So good. Even the people that aren't in your live streams, they're still turning around and watching you. So I would say like somebody can have 40,000 subscribers and only like, a handful of them are watching, but I really feel like you're getting the whole like grasp of that community, and I think that's really awesome.
Yeah, I'm very thankful.
And further proof of that, we posted just a little message to say, hey, we were at 84 subscribers to our YouTube channel, and then you took it upon yourself to challenge your people to get us to 100. I mean, not only did you get us to 100, I mean, they got us to currently we're at 119 as of right now. I mean,
a couple days.
That is just, like I said, continued proof that how great the community that you guys have built to welcome us with open arms into it, and then help us reach one of many short-term goals that we have. And I mean, there's going to be there's plenty more that we have, but I mean, that was like the first step. Let's get to 100. Now let's get to the next step. I mean, that is just, it's awesome. I mean, I can't say, I'm stumbling over words because of how great it is.
Yeah, I think that's something that's come through, to our channel from Michael from Retro Blasting's channel. Like Retro Blasting fans are very loyal, and when Michael posts something like he's going to be on this show or that show, they show up. Those listeners show up. I mean, I do. I'm one of them, right? When Michael says I'm going to be on this channel, that channel, I'm there. I'm going to watch it. And I think that's what helped Infinity Equation grow for sure. And I think that's translated over to 3POA as well. And I mean, look, I all credit to Tony and Bobby. Tony, like I said, he's the action man guy. He's been on, YouTube for 6-7 years now. And Bobby has this toy company that he's built from the ground up. That's super, super popular right now. And that's a big reason why people are coming too.
So we learned that people love Action Force. Like it is, it is everything that Bobby says and then some more. Like
good.
Yeah, I actually keep asking Aaron. I'm like, we can hit Bobby up again now, right? And he goes, no, Bobby, we missed the cutoff. Bobby doesn't have anything for us. And I'm like, okay, fine, we'll wait. So I have another, like, maybe it's a sensitive subject in regards to 3POA. And I'm not trying to like poke in anyone's wallets or anything like that, but you guys get a lot of super chats because you have a super awesome community. And you only run a show for, I know Loose But Complete does about an hour, but you guys do about an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on the thing. Is it hard to create topics for a show, especially for something that you really want to talk about, when your community is being so incredibly supportive? Like, you could almost do the whole hour and a half, 2 hours, just answering super chats. Like, one, is that a challenge for you? And are you expecting like that kind of turnout? And two, how do you manage that? Again, from an awesome community, like, it's crazy to see some of those numbers sometimes.
I'm always very thankful, and I would never expect it. First of all, it's all voluntary. Never asked for them, but the option's there if someone wants to. And yeah, it is a balancing act for sure to make sure we stay on topic. But we also, I mean, if someone's sending you money to be a part of the show, you're gonna get to their chat. You're gonna read it. I mean, if I ever miss a super chat, I feel horrible, and I'll get to it on the next show. In fact, James Salzberg, I missed one of his like 2 shows ago, and did I ever get back? Dang it! I think that's the one that I've actually missed. But James, super cool guy. But yeah, it is a balancing act, man. To balance the topic and the super chats. But I mean, super chats are usually on topic anyway, and if they're not, that's okay too. We'll make it work. I always say we want to keep it to about an hour and a half for 3POA, but if it goes 2 hours, that's okay.
Speaking of questions that are on topic, burning question here from Ted here. How does it feel to be the white potato? Like, the people must know. You opened Pandora's box when you.
I did. I don't know why I told that story.
Like, I saw the meme on Instagram like instantly after. Like, it is quick. Yeah. It was the best thing I saw all night. Like, but I'll leave that to you to answer.
How does it feel to be the white potato? I feel a little mashed, but I have thick skin. I'll just say that.
There you go.
Beautiful answer, sir.
Now, is that with butter, a little bit of gravy? Is that brown gravy?
Oh no, some sour cream, bacon.
So you're a loaded kind of guy.
Yeah.
Loaded.
Nice big Idaho potato.
No, we don't mess with them no little scrimpy potatoes. We want the big girth ones,
We don't want no russets. Get the russets out of here.
Now, I have one follow-up question in regards to the super chats. How does it feel that people literally pay you to sometimes insult you? You have a rivalry with a gentleman named the Canuck, who often pays just to call you laser diapers and other assorted things, and you answer it with a smile.
Yeah, I mean, okay, hey, it's a super chat. If he's sending money, I'll read it. I mean, I'm sure there's a limit to that, but he hasn't reached that limit yet. But sometimes I wonder if it's like, wait, is he being serious this time? I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, I know it's cool. I mean, look, me and Bobby and Tony, we're all busting each other's balls, and so everyone just wants to be a part of that, and so that's what that is. That's fine.
Idaho is the perfect kind of potato for Ryan. The only kind.
I agree. Jeremy is a hoe.
Thank you for the comment, Jeremy.
So I think I'm going to get to the questions that people actually care about now, unless the chat has anything else. Aaron, are we good there?
We're good so far.
All right. So you are the man who put the Bratz car on the map. Were you expecting the blow up at the time? No. When you announced it, you didn't think anybody was going to care.
No, the engine of vengeance was the hot topic, and so we decided, hey, let's do a show about 112 vehicles. Like, what options are actually out there, right? And so I had a lot more options than just the Bratz car, but that's the one that stood out because it's a doll car, right? So I was not expecting that, and I get a lot of credit for it, but I learned about it from someone else in the toy community, right? Back in, I think it was 2018. And so, I mean, I guess I'll take credit for it now. To me, it's like a joke. It's become a meme, right? But no, I was not expecting it to blow up the way it has.
Now, I did a little research as well, because I was going back and, trying to work on topics. And prior to, because, you did have the episode where you were like, okay, these are all the really cool vehicles that, you can get instead of, the Hasbro prep. Briefly in episode 7, you just mention it in passing. You're like, oh yeah, I have Bratz cards. It's really awesome. And that was the first time I think that it was officially stated.
Yeah, that was Michael Vargo found that recently, because I did not remember that at all, but Michael Vargo brought it to my attention in the comments on that video. So that was kind of cool.
So it blew up all of a sudden, and every toy YouTuber is talking about it, but nobody was crediting the source. Everyone was just acting like it was, look at this thing I got. Did that bother you at all?
Not at all. Not even a little bit. I don't care. And look, there's a lot of shows. I'm not gonna. This is not directed at anyone in particular. There's a lot of shows out there that will not acknowledge us because they do not like Bobby. They don't like me. They don't like Tony because we don't pull punches when it comes to other companies like Hasbro. These massive multi-billion-dollar companies. We just say how we feel. And obviously Bobby has a personal axe to grind. Because he worked there. He was laid off. He was one of like 700 people that were laid off all at once. So there's that. And people don't like that. A lot of people don't like that, but we are who we are. Our opinions are what they are. And like I said, we just, we're honest.
And you were mentioning retro blasting and, how, he kind of helped you guys early on. And he made a video pretty much, telling these other YouTubers like, yo, you're all promoting this car, but nobody's giving credit to the source, which is the 3POA podcast. Like, and I thought that was a really cool video and a really cool moment. Yeah, it just shows, again, how great of a guy Michael is right there.
He is. Yeah. Michael, he's become a good friend. I'm going to be starting a show with him at some point. Him and 2 other guys. That's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait for that. But yeah, Michael is a good guy. Some people have given him a bad rep, but it's not the case at all. Sometimes I wish those people could actually meet him in real life and get to know the real Michael. I mean, he is real on his videos, but I don't know. Something gets lost and people get really mad at him for stupid reasons.
There's this really humorous side to him, and I don't think enough people see it. Like, Man-Child News is actually like one thing I look forward to every single month.
Good.
And the Broken Darth Vader is absolutely amazing. Like, he does voice acting and everything. Like, there's stuff, because you don't expect that, because a lot of times he is, just sitting with the blank wall behind him and he's pissed off about something. He's just ranting. Like, I can relate to that. That's why I like him. That's why I watch him. But there is a humor behind there that I don't think enough people see.
One of the funniest that I've ever seen Michael is when he came on the Infinity Equation. I forget what episode number it was, but man, he was funny on that episode. and he is, man. He's like, of all of us, like 3POA and Michael and Jeremy, Michael's the funniest, in my opinion, hands down. And
Aaron, I know you have a lot of follow-ups here. I just have one more quick question. I'm going to shut up for a minute.
You're good.
So with the hotness of the Bratz car, actually, I guess I have 2 questions. With the hotness of the Bratz car, have you thought about LaserPants or 3POA decals that we can add to our Bratz vehicles to customize them? And then a separate unrelated question is, we're all wondering, have they acknowledged you yet? I know you've said publicly recently that they haven't, but is there anything any exclusives you want to drop here?
No, MGA has never talked to me ever at all. I've never considered doing decals for the Bratz car, but that's a thought. I don't know how. I mean, maybe if like Redbubble or something, made decals. I don't know if if I made a decal of the Bratz car, would MGA come after me for copyright infringement? I don't know how that works.
You're just making decals of your logos, That's all.
Anything, as long as you're not fully using their design,
Yeah.
kind of like Vanilla Ice. He added a hi-hat to Ice.
He did. That itty bitty ting.
That's all it took.
That's the difference.
Yeah,
that's a different song.
You add a little 3POA spice to it. They can't say nothing.
I'm just saying it doesn't matter. They can be decals for fucking Action Force, fucking something or other, and then you're like, put them on your Bratz car.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay, Aaron, what you got for me?
See, we got Tony's showing some more love into the chat. He says we could do a show where we just have engagement with live chats, but without each topic. Honestly, that's kind of how we started. Like we don't come up with topics, but then like it starts out great and then everything goes left field. It's like, we planned this whole idea of like, this is what the show will be about. And then 20 minutes later is like, we're talking about everything else under the moon. So we did a show where we just take questions from the chat, right? We're just like, hey, this viewer questions, open show, talk about whatever you want. And that's like, to me, a topic in and of itself. But if that's what we were to do every week, I think the show would just turn it. And I've seen this happen with other shows. It just kind of becomes one big inside joke that very few people get if they're just coming in, right? It's like they're coming into a show where it's all just inside jokes and you're new there and you're like, what's going on? And you leave, right? So that's why we'll do that once in a while. Like we've done it once so far and it was a lot of fun. But I like doing like more specific topics than that because it invites a wider audience to
listen and to return, and I think feel more welcome.
So there's a question here. I mean, I want to know also. Why don't we carry any 3POA merch? Like where that?
I don't know. You haven't asked, and I don't know how to make it. So
that's what I was going to say. I'm like, they haven't asked.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like sometimes you just gotta put it on the spot.
Do you guys make T-shirts?
I will make
work something out.
I will find a way. It's funny because we were talking, Ted, like was it last week? Because PowerCon's coming up this year, and we're actually going to be at the event this year.
Cool.
So we talked about making shirts, putting like what's that thing called? The little QR codes on the back of the shirts that makes you scan it. It'll take you somewhere
to our site.
Right,
not just somewhere, not just some dark alley where you get robbed.
that might happen too. We can't confirm or deny that won't happen.
That's a really good idea.
But I've been looking into t-shirt presses because I don't want to have to go through a company and then pay their ridiculous fee. Because I was looking at one that integrates with our shop. They're like, well, for a shirt, we'll charge you like $12. But then you have to sell the shirt for like $30 to make it worth.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing with so Redbubble, the store that I go through, you just upload your logos, right, and then people can order them, and they make the shirt and ship it to them. Yeah. The cost ends up being, I think, around like $30, which is a lot for a T-shirt. Literally, I think they send $2.50 my way for a T-shirt. Like if someone buy like $2.50, which I don't care. I just put them up there if anyone wants them.
Yeah, so I found a company where I can get any shirt, any color, long sleeve, short sleeve. I'm trying to find where I can buy hoodies in bulk, but I would rather do that and do the work myself, or make the future Mrs. Knight do it because she needs things to do. But I don't want to charge $30 for a shirt. If you're gonna buy something from me, I want you to buy it because one, you like it, two, it's at a really good price, and that's really like the groundwork of what Hello Dope Toys was all built on. You can go to Big Bad, and they're marked. I have them on my list. You can go to anywhere and buy anything at any time, but I want you to come here because one, we've got it at a price that is fantastic. It's a good price. We ship 24 hours unless it's a holiday or a weekend. And even on most weekends, it's going out that day. That is what I want you to have the best product at the best price. So if I can get you a shirt that costs like $15 that says Hello Dope Toys or 3POA with the LaserPants is back, or the wording can be whatever it wants to be.
Yeah,
that's what I want. Or these mugs.
I bought this from you on Saturday, and I got it on Wednesday.
Yeah,
and Saturday was the holiday, right? Yeah.
Saturday was Monday was a holiday.
Monday was a holiday. Yeah. So you can't ship on Sunday. So the fact that I had this on Wednesday was mind blowing.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Well, I mean, we're not Amazon, but we will damn sure try to get you whatever you order as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the shout out on the show last night showing the wrapping. I had to show my wife because wifey packs 99% of the orders, and I was like, look, they're talking about your wrapping skills.
Yeah, I've not received anything like that from definitely not Amazon. Big Bad doesn't do that. So the fact that you guys took such care to wrap each figure individually was really nice.
Yeah, we're not the giant box throw in an air pocket type of people.
I keep busting his balls about that. I'm like, dude, I have these shipping rates set up. You're screwing with the shipping. It's like, I gotta make sure they're wrapped good. I'm like, you know what? Fine, whatever.
That's what we're doing. They're gonna, especially because they're going to Canada and Mexico and Brazil. They got to make that trip, and even to Seattle. That's a long trip from us. I was surprised it made it that quickly.
It was very quick. Yeah.
this is for our moderator, Miss Chloe Yako there. Jeremy needs a hella dope mug. So if you can make that in the works.
He needs to stop begging, is what he needs to stop doing.
They are. She's gonna charge you though. I can't.
Yes.
I can't.
No, she's gonna charge me.
Oh well, then that's good. Order as many as you want. Then.
No, I'm thankful she's not charging me labor too. Well, I shouldn't have said that because now I'm gonna get a labor fee.
Oh, Ammo, thank you very much. By the way, not to construe the conversation, but we appreciate that.
I did get a notification on the phone there, so thank you very much, sir.
Right on,
appreciate
man.
You.
Good Sarge.
So a circuit machine. I'll look into that.
Cricket, yeah. My wife has a Cricket. That's how she made that potato shirt I was wearing yesterday on the show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, it's there are things that we just want to work on, and I said, and merchandise will eventually become that thing. And like I said, hey, I'm more than willing to, throw a little 3 POA up on there.
Let's work something out. Cool.
Pay a licensing fee. All right. So speaking of licensing fees, I want to talk about some Action Force, if that's okay. Now, hold on. So Aaron and I actually have a question, and I meant to ask him because I called him like 2 hours before the show, and I'm like, is there anything that we need to talk about before this show goes on? He goes, nope. And I'm like, cool. Good talk, bro. See you later.
That's a good spit take. That goes in your best of 2023 video right there.
But there is something that we wanted to ask you, and I meant to ask you before we went online because it was a weird moment for us. Aaron, do you know what I'm talking about?
No, because I'm cleaning off my monitor right now. Thank you.
All right. Well,
it was weird. It was a weird moment. Was it the moment that you got my nudes in your email?
No, I'm actually putting that on my OnlyFans and also my feet pics page.
Oh, God.
Everyone on there thinks Aaron's a white female as well, so it's gonna be a good time.
Hey! How do you think we gotta pay Bobby off, man?
So, Aaron and I wanted to. I have an angry Boston Terrier storming down my stairs right now.
Is this a question from the notes?
No, it's not. It's not because it was something we were going to ask you offline.
I did want to say I have your notes here. Yeah, you sent me these notes for the show and the questions and everything. I just thought it was weird that you drew a penis on it. I don't know why. That seemed really weird and random.
So every interview that we set up, they all get penises on it. Just
okay.
That's our staple.
It's a signature. So see us at PowerCon if you want something.
Weird choice, guys, but okay.
We save the Black Knight ones for special events.
That's on the big construction paper, right?
Big black construction paper.
Yes.
All right, I'm trying to ask a serious question, guys. You got me all
fucked up. There's nothing serious about.
You're all fucked up.
No matter how much you try to be serious, this happens. Okay, you haven't figured this out in 7 episodes yet.
I was trying to be the new Diane Sawyer, and now my career's ruined.
No, Barbara Walters, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, don't dying on me.
I don't. No. Yeah, see, I didn't want to die, Aaron. Yeah. All right. So we were in discussions with making purchases from Action Force. We wanted to sell some Action Force stuff. We were in and on it. And before the ink had dried, I believe it was the Loose But Complete podcast.
Oh, yeah.
See, now you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, asshole. Fucker. Nothing to talk about for the show.
This is called planning our show, not like 2 minutes before.
So it was 2 hours.
Whatever.
Prior to the metaphorical ink drying on our deal, you guys had already known about it and already announced it. Like we hadn't paid Bobby yet. Like we hadn't done anything. And then you, Jeremy, Tony, were all like, yeah, man, they're all freaking Valiverse guys now. And we don't know how you knew that. We want to know the inside scoop on how you guys knew. Do you all have a group chat? Is Bobby just announced like everything in the chat? Like, got another one, guys.
No. It was you guys had reached out to me for the giveaway.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And I said, oh yeah, this toy shop called Hella Dope Toys reached out and they're going to give us the NECA Ronin figure as part of the giveaway.
My
And Bobby goes, "Oh yeah, they're one of my client. They're one of my, what do you call it? Not wholesaler.
It's like approved retailers, I think is the
He
official
said,
slang in the toy world.
Yeah, they're one of my retailers now." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." And I didn't know it was like top secret. So
No,
I
mean,
blurted it out.
Like, oh wait, like you like now the words. I was like, everyone's like, "Ooh, let's go find it." Like, yeah, it's not there yet.
Yeah, we hadn't paid the man yet or nothing. We were like, oh
like
shit.
I'm sitting up for like 2 hours on like I'm like posting pictures and descriptions. I'm like, yep, gotta get it up now.
Well, I really blew that one, huh?
No. I mean, we appreciate it. I mean, I use that as I think I use that as a clip on our Instagram. Okay, so do you or Tony play any like official role in the Boulevard?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, because you are contractually obligated to only say nice things about Action Force.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, I'm only contractually obligated to only say nice things on the 3POA. Over here on Hello Dope Toys, I can say whatever I want. But are me and Tony involved? Well, Tony is Desert Rat, and I'm the ideas guy. So I come up with all the ideas for Action Force. They were all mine. I did everything. I did all the designs. I did all the sculpting, and I hired the factory in China. And I wrote the story. So all the character descriptions and backgrounds, that's all me.
Makes sense.
That's perfect. Like, man, I can't believe that your parents were killed in an alley and pearls flew everywhere, and then you became the silent partner, the creator in the background of Action Force. This is the story people came for tonight, man.
Yeah. This is the story, all about how my life got. I won't do it. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't play any sort of role. No, it's all Bobby.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying you're not getting a cut of that $3 million?
No. Mm-hmm. No, I haven't done anything. I mean, like, sometimes he'll like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And I'll give him my opinion. But I'm not a businessman. I'm just a guy that buys too many toys. So it's never really, I don't think, like a really important decision that he asks my opinion on. But that's it.
So you're part of the brain trust, the table. Bobby sits at the head, and then he brings you all in. It's dark. He's chiefing a cigar, and he's like, "All right, guys, Series 4, need some ideas. What you got?"
Or does he do it like Tony Montana style? He's sitting at his desk. He's got like, stuff on there.
It's nothing like that. It's more just like, you hit up one of your friends to ask him a question, like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" It's nothing. Yeah.
So Ammo says you're like a consultant then.
No.
We're just
you're just the guy that says, "Hey, create this so then I can buy it."
It's not like a business relationship. It's just, we're just friends and we talk about stuff. That's it. Yeah. Sometimes it's Action Force, sometimes it's something else. Yeah, Tony is Desert Rat. Yeah.
Tony is the Desert Rat. All right, Aaron, anything else popping in the chat?
Exion, letting me know that luckily it was out of my mouth and not out of my nose for that spit take.
That was a classic, man.
Thanks. So if anybody clipped that, feel free to share it on make sure you tag us. I'll take the shameful. It's not shameful. I don't care. It was funny. I don't give a damn.
I laughed.
Yeah, of course I laughed. I spit over my monitor. I gotta clean it up. I'll make my son do it. So Exion also LaserPants. If you had joints tattooed on you, you could be the front man instead of the shadows.
Yeah, I have toe articulation tattooed on me. That's it. Mm-hmm.
All right. We're gonna do last call on these questions for Ryan.
Tony's asked Ryan what will
want to know.
So Tony wants to know, what will you do at Joe Fest for $5?
I'll take my drunk Australian friend to IHOP.
See, I feel like there's a good story behind this, and I'm dying to hear it now.
It was Bobby's idea. So it's like, it's Friday morning before the show, and we get up and at the hotel, and Bobby's like, "Hey, you guys want to go to IHOP?" And I'm like, "All right, it's fine. Maybe it's different on the East Coast." And we go to IHOP, and it was It was so bad, dude. It was, and Tony's sitting there like, it's my first time in America. You bring me here, you know? It's like, what?
See, not to be. Hold on. To be fair though, you took him to IHOP. See, if I would have took him to Waffle House, like,
me
totally.
Too,
that's an upscale compared to Waffle House.
Yeah,
like,
I will eat
a Waffle
fight live in the kitchen. You know,
exactly.
That's the way to go.
If you go to a Waffle House anywhere in the United States and they have a green, like food inspection, like clear, like they did good, no, don't eat there. Like, listen, you need the one that's red or yellow. That's the real one.
I went to it was Waffle House. Yeah, I went to Waffle House for the first time, Joe Fest 2021. I had never been to Waffle House because we don't have them over here, right?
Oh wow!
So I go into Waffle House and she asked me how I want my grits. I'm like,
sugar and butter, baby.
I'm like, that was the thing. I'm like, I don't really know what grits are. So
it's what you would call oatmeal,
right? I had some, and I think I went with my cousin's suggestion, which was salt and butter. I think, yeah.
Pass no sugar and butter. That's what.
Okay, it's next time then I'll do that.
Next,
yeah. Tony wanted to go to Taco Bell, but no one wanted to take him, especially the guy sharing a room with him at the hotel. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that's worse than Taco Bell after a night of any kind of drinking is White Castle.
Oh yeah,
that there will put you down.
Yep.
Didn't we used to do those cases of Natty Light, and then like what was it, like a 30 box of like White Castle?
Yeah,
or
the
something
crave case, man.
Like that, and then we play chess.
Dude, like a case of Natty Light was like $10. So you imagine 24 cans of beer for $10. Then you go to Taco Bell, get a crave case for $15.
Oh,
and you like, dude, that's
then you better go to Costco and get the Costco size pack of toilet paper for the next day.
Well, see, we didn't have Costco then. Like, Costco didn't come here until probably like 10 years ago.
Oh, okay. See, I live in the home of Costco. Costco's from here, so
yeah. So we have its cousins, Sam's Club.
Oh yeah, we used to have those.
Yeah. So unless the chat has something, so this is a weird moment for me, okay? Because I have waited like 2-ish weeks for this, and it's kept me up at night, man. I've been excited about it every day. I've been cutting fucking promos, you know, and like it's here and it's past. I'm out of fucking questions for Ryan, and like now I don't know what the fuck to do. Do I release this man back into the fucking wild, or do we hold him captive here?
Oh no, he's not. He can't leave now.
They can't leave.
He knows
you're trapped in the stream forever.
Hard act to follow. They're actually putting a Bojangles here in Columbus, where we're from. It'll be the first Bojangles. I'm really excited and interested to try it.
Never been there either.
What can I order?
Yeah,
never been to a Bojangles.
Tell us what to order. We don't know.
Yeah, I'm not like I just had Whataburger for the first time back in April when I went to WrestleMania. Heavenly.
Nah.
That spicy ketchup. Dang it.
So I went to Whataburger once a year or two ago. I was in Texas, had Whataburger. Did not like it.
Loved it. So then went to Nashville and I had it again.
Maybe I had a bad one or something because I know everyone in Texas swears by it, but I was not impressed at all.
Oh yeah, my brother is from there, so like he took me on the Texas tour. He's like, these are the places you got to go, like Whataburger, Jack in the Box. There was some taco place we went to. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Just give me one of those burgers again. I need one of those.
So it looks like the chat doesn't want Ryan to leave yet either. Like we're gonna release him back into the world. I promise. This very very soon. But the chat's blowing up with some questions here. Aaron,
my cousin Vinny. Yeah, I mean, my cousin Vinny put grits on the map. If you're not of my persuasion, my cousin Vinny definitely told you how to get it done.
I love that movie.
Oh yeah, classic movie. Between that and what is it? There was something else that was like it mimicked My Cousin Vinny, like it's exact. It basically was like the exact movie, but then they changed the characters, but like the story arc was still the same. the movie escapes me right now. It'll come to me later. Yes, Whataburger is amazing ammo, no matter what Ryan says.
That's fine. we got a place here in Seattle called Dick's Burgers. So if you're in Seattle, you say, "Hey, I'm going to go buy a bag of Dick's," it means something totally different.
See, we have a Dick's Sporting Goods, so like
Oh yeah, we got those here too, but yeah.
So then, do you get your Dick's confused then?
No, because you don't buy a bag of Dick's at a sporting goods store. You
buy what do they put it in the store? You get a bag of Dick's. I buy here, pay here. You know, it's a win-win.
Dick's is like Seattle's In-N-Out Burger. Like, I mean, when you come to Seattle, you go to Dick's. You go to California, you go to In-N-Out. And I like In-N-Out too.
That's like for me. I feel like In-N-Out. In-N-Out, to me, is like your opinion of what Whataburger was. It was okay. I mean, I'm not like, oh my god, I'm gonna go back tomorrow. It filled the purpose that it had for the night that we went out. But like, it's not like, oh my god, the best thing in the world.
Well, I'll say this: In-N-Out, the fries suck, and I never get mine with tomato and lettuce. Like at In-N-Out, I just like it, just a cheeseburger. You know,
like who gets lettuce? That's disgusting.
I know. I think they call it animal style.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Like my girlfriend's like, oh, I'm sorry, my fiance now. She's like, why don't you get lettuce on your sandwich? I'm like, because you don't put lettuce on the sandwich. It destroys everything about the sandwich.
Yeah, don't need it.
Del Taco, yes, I love Del Taco, primo.
Never been to Del Taco.
Definitely, if you got one or if you can find one, I would definitely suggest it.
Oh yeah, they're here. There's not many of them, but I've just never been.
All right, yeah, we missed a lot of questions there. I didn't star them because I wasn't sure if you were doing a thing or not.
I mean, I was, and then I got distracted.
Do I need to go back and star these?
I mean, you might as well just pull them up then at this point.
Okay, fine. Here we go. Ryan, when you come this year, sorry, I emphasize that.
bring your bag of dicks when you come here.
We are going to Bojangles.
Hey, Scott, I'm down, man. Yeah, I got to meet Scott in person at Joe Fest last year in Augusta. Super nice guy. We hung out, went to a Second Chance Toys for the Retro Blasting meetup. Got to go to Retro Blasting headquarters, which was amazing. To see Michael's collection in person was it's a museum. It's awesome. But yeah, Scott, super nice guy, super cool guy.
And then Art G wants to know what are you looking forward to being released or announced in 2023?
Series 4 of Action Force. Looking forward to that being announced.
We are too. Don't worry.
Yeah,
we wait. Bobby's going to get a call. We're just waiting. We're waiting in the shadows.
I got his number saved. Like it's on speed dial now.
Heck yeah!
Speak to the man.
Hopefully, Batman '89 being released by Mezco. That would be nice. And then high up on the list is Jada Toys Street Fighter. I'm really looking forward to that. I want to see what Jada Toys can do. Now, look, they did this Invisible Man. If you guys can get an account with them, you got to get on it.
This is what I was talking about, man.
This Invisible Man is amazing. And this is like the first time they've done figures, these Universal Monsters. This is an excellent figure, especially for a first-time action figure maker.
I mean, I'm all for it. You know, I'm all for the people.
The Street Fighter looks good, man. We gotta make a call or something.
Look at the Invisible Man pulling his glove off. That is so clever. Look at that.
So I have a question. Since 2023 releases in 2024 or whatever comes out, what's your opinion on that Mezco TMNT that's coming out for $400?
I think the price that's a Mezco price. I think it's fair for what you get, for what they give. I like Mezco products. It's a high price for sure, but I do think the value is there. I have the NECA movie turtles, and I'm getting into the Last Ronin now. Those, that collection, because I love that comic, and I'm gonna keep it confined to that. I don't want to jump into another set of turtles, because I'm sure they'll do the turtles, and then they'll do Casey Jones and Shredder, and
yep.
I don't have space for more turtles, especially because I'm really only a fan of the movies. I was never into the cartoon as a kid, so I like the first and second movie. I like some of the comics. That's where my fandom sits.
So I'll do some behind the curtain stuff because I also wanted to ask you that, and we're asking that for a reason because we have an opportunity to sell them on the store, and a lot of people have asked us about Mezco, like, oh, do you have Mezco? And we're like, well, we don't yet, but we're working on it. And you know that popped up, and we've been bouncing it back and forth. I think we were talking about making a decision today, but I think our fear is like, do you think that's actually going to release on time? Because we don't want to throw something up for pre-order and it doesn't show up for another 3 years. No, that's the selling point for us.
I mean, if they do, that'll be, I think, out of the ordinary form because they're always a little late. Sometimes they're a lot late. But Mezco and on time. Well, I did get a notice that my cousin Eddie, that's supposed to ship in January, is actually going to ship in January. So that's good. But that's also their Rumble Society, their own original IP, which they don't have to deal with licensors over. But it seems like their licensed stuff is regularly pushed back. So if I was a bet man, I'd bet against them shipping on time.
Yeah, we just we have a fear of sitting on people's money for so long. That's the fear.
Yeah. Yep.
The Briscoe, and I agree with this also. The whole Universal Monster movies, there's not enough figures of them. I would love to get some figures of Hammer horror characters as well. I mean, I know NECA, like I said, NECA's really like they're all in on this TMNT Universal Monster like crossover. So they just announced Casey Jones as Phantom of the Opera. Of course, no release date. Rumors says that Shredder will be Dracula. Now that could be interesting, only to pair it up with Splinter as Van Helsing.
Yeah.
I wonder is that where they end it? Do they continue? Like, because there's so many other things you could do in that Universal Monster line that they haven't touched. Wolfman,
they did Wolfman. Oh, they didn't do Wolfman as a turtle. No, yeah, no,
right.
Do that. Yeah,
but you think about like I don't know, trying to think of like a character who you could make into Wolfman.
There already is a wolf guy in Turtles lore, right? The cartoon. Yeah. Right, but
that's the cartoon line, yes. But I mean, if you're going to commit to like I guess more the movie-ish side, you don't. And that's it. I mean, it can get interesting on how they could play that off if they went down that road. I don't think they will because I think like 8 is like their magical number, and that 8 would be Shredder, which I would expect to see probably around like Halloween time.
Maybe a foot soldier as a wolf man, maybe. I don't know.
See, look, Ryan could be consulting for NECA, wasting your time with Bobby, man. We did miss one from Tony, and I would like to, it's an important question. Why are you obsessed with a teenage superhero?
Obsessed? I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that. I like Spider-Man. Oh, look, my Spider-Man is not a teenager. I like Spider-Man as a young adult.
Yeah, so, I agree with you. Early 20s, just somewhere around the end of college, he got it worked out.
It was a little frustrating that, the MCU Spider-Man was in high school for 3 movies. It's like maybe high school for one, just like Tobey Maguire, like half the first movie, right? Then he graduated. Didn't he graduate in the first movie? Yeah.
Yeah. At least it was put out that it happened because like in the second one he's like clearly either in college or like getting out of college because now he's getting a job. He has his own apartment.
Him and the Green Goblin, Osborn, they graduated from high school. I remember that.
Yeah,
but I like young adult Spidey out on his own. I'm kind of tired of teenage Spider-Man.
I agree with that. An adult Spider-Man is probably like more preferred for the time and more experience and whatnot because we've seen, I'm just trying to figure it out. Like more experienced Spider-Man. Like that's just what like, bro, you don't know by now. Come on.
So a good open debate that I always have with some of the people that I talk to is, they compare, let's say Tom Holland is like, he's the best Spider-Man, and I sort of agree. But my opinion is Tobey Maguire is the best Peter Parker. Like the nerdy kind of the character of Peter Parker, I see that as Tobey Maguire. Andrew Garfield is the better Spider-Man, the sarcastic,
for sure,
the sarcastic side.
Yeah,
Tom Holland is the child between the two. Like he has a good balance of that sarcastic side. He's young but plays a good Spider-Man.
Yeah, he does Peter and Spider pretty well, but yeah, I agree. Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man was the best so far.
And allegedly, we're getting an Amazing Spider-Man 3 in 2025.
I would like to see that. I mean, look, Sony's got to milk that Spider-Man license because that's all they got.
Yeah.
So we're going to get a lot of Spider-Man and adjacent movies. I still have not seen Morbius. Have you guys?
I wasn't a fan, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I have no desire to see it at all.
So I've made a horrible mistake by pausing the chat on my screen to try to answer some questions because, chat was just chilling. And the chat has, holy crap, Retro Blasting is here now. And first of all, that's amazing. He says it was either this or continuing to figure out why COD Black Ops Cold War campaign mode doesn't actually work. Settles in to forget about the $40 that was just blown.
Well, Cold War, now that Modern Warfare 2 is out, they kind of just don't give a shit about Cold War anymore. Like I have it, I still play it on my PlayStation 5, but like they don't care. And from what I heard now, like Warzone 2 is on the fritz and people are getting pissed off. So I don't know what's going on with that Call of Duty line right now, but they got to get something fixed quick.
I don't know anything about any of
this.
We
know that. We know.
I don't have time.
It's
always with the packing and the shipping and the
I'll take care of the gaming side. You just pack stuff. It's okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very helpful.
Art G said that they showed the Casey Jones at New York Comic Con, which yes, they displayed it, but there's still no official street date. They're holding on hope to. I would probably guess sometime in like early summer would be my guess.
Well, I do want to give a shout out to Retro Blasting. So first of all, Michael, thank you for popping in. Big fans. Absolutely love your work. Thank you for hanging out. We appreciate that a lot. It means the world. And you probably don't check the Instagram. I could probably email you because as you've stated, your email is public knowledge, and maybe I should do that instead of trying to DM you. But I tried DMing you on Instagram. If you're ever on there, maybe check that out, man. Or I'll shoot you an email. That's fine. I'll shoot you an email. It's cool. We cool. Ryan, how are you on time? I was joking about holding you hostage.
I'm fine.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Hard to actually bring on Sinister Six like that. You've teased Sinister Six too many times. Either you're going to give me the movie or you're going to. Which one are you going to?
If you're going to set up 6 villains, that takes time. I think the setup takes maybe 3 movies, and then you have. And you don't do it without Spider-Man.
Well, that's the thing. They've already set it up, though. They set it up over. Well, it depends on which version of Spider-Man movies you want to look at. Either way it goes, they've already introduced them all. Put it together.
Well,
what are you waiting on?
I guess they're going to go with Michael Keaton, Vulture, and
yes.
Okay. And
I mean, you would have to. Like,
is Jake Gyllenhaal actually dead?
Apparently no. If you go through like the web stories, he's actually alive. Spoiler, who haven't seen that yet. But because now they got the multiverse of madness with Doctor Strange, so now anything is possible. That's how they're bringing Wolverine in, because
that's kind of the cheat sheet, right? That's kind of the cheat code.
Yeah. So the universe of the Ultraverse of Madness just changes the entire game.
Yeah, I didn't like that movie.
I didn't either. I mean, I watched it because I had to, but no.
Tony. When the MCU started feeling like a chore, it was kind of like I'm over it. Endgame was a nice ending for the MCU, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Well done. What were you saying about Tony?
Had a question that I missed earlier. I got excited about Retro Blasting being here, and I completely missed Tony's comment here. So, love Tony. And then Archie followed up with this. So, Ryan, you're going to have a good time later on this year.
Hey, Art, come on over to Seattle. You should come for Emerald City Comic-Con, and
That is all my person. So I have a list. There's a list of things that I want to accomplish at some point in my life. San Diego Comic-Con, that's like the stretch goal. Emerald City, New York City, Steel City in Pittsburgh, and then the one down in Lexington, Kentucky. Like that is like the circuit of cons that I want to accomplish in my life. Joe Fest, of course, we'll have to eventually get on that list, but like those are the must for me. But I'm restricted because like Ohio gets. It was like we had Wizard World for so long, and then Wizard World went away, and then now they bring in PowerCon.
Yep.
Which is great because, like I said, now I'm in that industry now. But I miss what Wizard World was. Like it was a great con that brought in a bunch of different things.
So how far is like C2E2 from you? Is it like a 2-3 hour drive?
6 hours.
Oh, that's 6 hours. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's quite a drive. Okay.
I mean, I will gladly make that Chicago trip. I have family. Most of my family, like my mom's side of the family, they're all there. So like, I never have to buy a hotel. I just stay with them.
That's cool. Yeah.
But that is
my sister lived there for a while, and I stayed with her and went to Star Wars Celebration. But now she moved, so I got nowhere to stay for free anymore.
Oh, we'll make sure we find you a place. Don't worry. My family is very open. I'm like, no, that's my guy. He's good. Jim Largo, he's like, I need to make an Action Force video game. Like, I could see some kind of like rendition, but I mean, Call of Duty's pretty much got that locked down. I mean, you had Medal of Honor, which was actually a really good game when it was out. But Call of Duty is pretty much it's it. You're not getting anything past that.
What if it was licensed? So who makes Call of Duty?
Fuck, who makes that?
EA? I don't know.
No, it's not EA. It's
Well, what if Action Force is like licensed to them and they did Call of Duty Action Force?
Activision, that's who it is.
Activision, there you go. Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's a question for Bobby. I guess
I'm just saying it's an idea.
I mean, I'd be down for it.
I don't know how that works.
Or have like some like a downloadable character, like have like a downloadable desert rat in the Call of Duty. That'd be dope.
I wouldn't download that one, but any other one I would.
If it had the sombrero hat on it, would you do it?
Okay. Yeah.
See, there you go. I got you.
Now we're talking art. Oh no, get to that one, yeah.
Oh, you're good. Retro blasting, because we all know once anything is possible, everything is more fun. Who wants limits? God mode codes are always so satisfying. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, retro blasting, you are right there. I couldn't have said it better.
Aaron, you didn't do it in his voice, man.
I'm not
at this point. I almost feel like if he's gonna make comments in the chat, he just pop in, take over the scrine for a minute.
Well, then you take care of all the retro blasting voices.
I'm kidding.
I'm not in like acting.
You didn't do Tony's accent, his British Australian thing, or anything.
God, I'm so horrible at that accent. I used to try it and it was bad.
See, every time I try to do like an Australian or like an English accent, it always comes off like a weird Jamaican. So I just stop.
Yeah, that's why you also stopped inviting me to places, because you're like, bro, stop doing that accent. And I'm just like, I thought that's what we were doing.
No, that's definitely not. What we got here? Art is that the RG one you were looking at?
Yeah.
RG, I'm staying over at Ryan's for Emerald City. I'll cook all the meals. Hey, I mean, if you come into Ohio, I mean, you want to cook some meals.
I mean,
Yeah.
If RG, look, I got a futon right over here in the laser cave, RG. If you come over and you're making some lumpia, you got a place to stay. That's all I'm saying. You got a futon right here. Good to go.
I mean, I got a couch. That's the best I can give you. It's a little cold down here, but I got tons of blankets.
There you go.
So our RG goes, he crashes on the futon, then he gets to ride in the Lasermobile to what is it, Emerald City Comic-Con?
No, we probably take the light rail, but yeah.
But it sounds like a sweet day, you know. And then there's lots of like holding hands and slow motion skipping with fun songs. Like you guys can make a day of that.
Run over some hobos, yeah.
Run over the hobos.
Yep.
Hey, that's back to like GTA, man. GTA 3.
There you go, yeah.
You get the hookers in the car, you beat them for the money, you go. The Briscoe asks, has anyone here played Hell Let Loose? I have not. I've watched a couple of the people I follow on Twitch with it, but I have yet to play it.
Side note, shout out to the Briscoe. I've been checking your package because you're one of the ones that haven't landed, but then I realize it's because you're one of those Canadian fellas. But it is on the way and it's coming. So it should be there super fast, and you'll be like, wow, this was really fast for it coming from America. And we'll be like, yeah, it took 8 weeks, but it's cool, man. So
eight weeks in Canadian time, that's like 20, that's like 2 days. It's all about the math.
Yeah, time's different in Canada.
Exactly. Exion, see, there's a theory about Ohio, okay? If you're not from Ohio, it won't make sense, but I'll give you an idea. Ohio is the only state where you can get all 4 seasons in a matter of an hour. So while August is technically summer, don't be surprised if it rains or if it's 32 degrees or if you start seeing it snow. It's just Ohio. That's just what we do. But no, it shouldn't be cold, but it probably will be.
You guys got tornadoes there?
More the outskirts of like Ohio, kind of like more like near the Indiana border.
The bumpkin areas with the cornfields, what everyone thinks all of Ohio is, but
we actually have it. We have a city. It's real.
Yeah, it's a real city. We live in it. Tornado sirens go off, right? And nobody cares.
What was that?
Oh, I said that's where the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is, right?
That's in Canton, but yeah, we're in Columbus, which is the major city.
Yeah, right in the middle.
Columbus.
What is it? Columbus? He is an explorer.
What's in like what would I know? Like landmarks or
the greatest college football team of all time, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Okay.
The Macho Man Randy Savage.
The Macho Man Randy Savage. Yes.
Oh. He was born here. Really? The Arnold Expo is
the Arnold Expo. Yes.
Really?
Yeah. They do it every year at March. In March, yeah, first week of March.
And
was it?
That's it. That's all.
There's some country singers from Ohio. I don't know.
Alexa Bliss is from
Alexa Bliss. I know her personally. Yes.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss is from Columbus. Cool. Just about 20 minutes away. Yeah. Nice. All right. So I've lost track of the chat. I've lost track of what we were doing.
No, we're good so far. We're so far caught up. Exion's in Buffalo. Oh no, Buffalo. Yeah. You got me beat there, buddy. I'm sorry. Enjoy all that snow you get. I feel sorry for you. I couldn't survive on how much snow you get. I'd go crazy.
So, hold on. Archie wants to come to Ohio. I don't know what Toyhio is. Is that the?
How do you know what toy
anime? Is that the anime one?
No,
it's like a toy convention.
It's a toy convention. It's like there's another convention.
Is that the one that's twice a year?
Yes.
Yeah. I never make it there.
Yes. No.
I try all the time. Every year, I'm like, I'm going to go to one of those two, and I never do. It's like one at the beginning of the year, and one like fall.
Yes, and then they do the one in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I'm not going to Cincinnati.
Hell no. I mean, it's only an hour drive, but still.
No, it's not. It's not. I don't leave Columbus anymore.
Ammo gets it. He understands. The weather here is horrible, or it could be great. You pick which one it is, but it's not going to stay around long.
All right. Well, I wanna release Ryan back to the wild because he's been here for 2 hours and 4 minutes, and very much appreciate that. Like I thought he was just gonna like dip, and we were gonna be here alone again. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Right? I appreciate. I mean, if you want to keep going, man, I don't mind. I'm just not trying to take up all your time here. If you want to do like another 10, 15 minutes, I'm down.
Yeah, I can do 10 minutes.
Yeah,
excellent.
10 minutes it is.
All right, guys, keep the questions coming. We got questions from Mr. LaserPants here. Ask them now. He's not going to answer them on the 3POA. You're going to have to super chat him for that. It's a $50 minimum nowadays. Not that $1.99 crap that Aaron and I send him. He's just like, oh,
I send a $5 here and there,
Yeah, we throw the 5 spot here.
Yeah, let me check the old bank account and see if I can transfer money from my savings account to my checking account.
Well, we got to watch our super chats because then Bobby's like, hey, is that my money you're messing with right there?
No, Bobby's money comes from the OnlyFans.
We got you, Bobby. We gonna pay you, buddy. More of that sweet action for us.
Yeah, Series 4, baby. I need it.
See, and this is why Bobby won't come on. This is exactly why Bobby won't come on.
Believe me, he's not watching this. Anything I'm involved, we
know.
We know.
barely.
You ain't got to confirm that one. We already knew that.
We know. Bobby's
now watch it. This will be like the one time he's actually watching. It's like, you fuckers.
But
I'm sure he would be in the chat busting my balls right now if he was.
Tony's on, and Tony has 50,000 plus subscribers.
Yeah,
so,
congratulations, Tony.
And I don't have to give Tony any money, so.
And that happened really quick. When we first started the 3POA on his channel, I think he had like 37,000, and so that was like to go 13,000 in a year. That was pretty cool to see that happen.
Apparently, Bobby doesn't watch Analog Toys either.
Bobby, come on, man. Step up your game. You need to watch the good stuff. Oh, hold on. We do have another question here from Ammo to Go. Do you have a dream toy line or something you'd like to see that no one has made yet?
I always said I wanted Back to the Future figures, and NECA has done it, and I bought them, and they're fine. But a Back to the Future line will never be complete without an in-scale DeLorean.
Absolutely.
And 7-inch is really big. So I think if someone, scaled it down a little bit, 6-inch scale, like Marvel Legends size or Black Series size, did a proper Back to the Future line with a DeLorean, that's like my dream. I would love that.
A remote controlled DeLorean?
Ooh.
Not necessary. No, just one that displays well. Maybe has some headlights and a light up flux capacitor and all that stuff.
I mean, the flux capacitor doesn't light up. Is it really a DeLorean?
Right. Time machine.
Yeah,
I got one here from Thor here. LaserPants, what do you think of the new G.I. Joe Python Patrol Cobra Troopers?
Oh, the ones with the yellow shirts? Yeah. Don't like them. I don't like the super bright neon yellow.
It's funny because I was, I'm a toy hunter myself. I still like collecting. I was at Target and I actually found this one.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a good figure.
Yeah, it was like after like my like 5% off with my Target card, I got it for like $28.
Oh, cool. That's a good price.
Oh, hell yeah.
That is a very good price. We missed one from Jim Largo.
We gotta get Jim Largo on there.
We do need to get Jim Largo. Ryan, who is your favorite Action Force figure, and why is it not Desert Rat?
Well, Desert Rat was on my top 5 list because I've had so much fun with that figure this year. But if I'm including 2021, which is when I got Steel Brigade, I think I got to go with that Steel Brigade.
And shout out to Jim Largo. They had me pop on their stream for a few minutes the other day to talk about Boglins, which was super awesome.
Oh, cool.
And I appreciate it. And I've been drinking a little bit. So, Jim, throw up the name of the channel. It is Weird Fantastic Toys, I believe, is what it is. sorry, I've had a few. The hot teddies really take a toll on you. So, and thank you, Jim.
Especially in that hella dope mug. You know?
Oh, the hella dope mug is so big, pint-sized mug.
Coming soon.
See, now the chat's blowing up with questions for LaserPants again, and we're losing track.
I got the Thor one. There you go.
Yeah. Start after that.
So Jim Largo, Ryan, any superpower wish list items? He wants Black Canary.
Well, I don't collect superpowers. I don't collect the vintage stuff just because it's very expensive, and I mean, I buy figures that are more expensive than vintage superpowers. But if I did collect it, Doomsday would be cool as a superpowers figure.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that would be cool. I know, like Todd McFarlane is doing his version of superpowers, and he threw in the Batman Who Laughs, which I thought looked weird as a superpowers figure, but I like that idea of what if the superpowers line continued on into the modern day, and they, I kind of like that idea, but I don't know if Batman Who Laughs really works, but it would be cool to see like a Doomsday in that style.
Side note, the Crack Master just showed up at Ted's Walmart, and welcome to the party. I'm
so he's out in front of the store.
Yeah,
yes. No, I know what he meant there. He's the Crack Master.
Yeah. So Ted also mentioned, and I kind of would love to see it. Back to the Future 3. Would love to see some Old West stuff. Especially if they were able to do like a model size of Doc's train that he made. That would be dope.
That would be very large. I would like, if they did like Marty and the poncho.
Yes.
Like a nice wired soft goods poncho, that would be really cool. I'd like that.
And then you have the bulletproof vest accessory that you can add on. Yeah, that's good stuff right there.
Roads, where we're going, we don't need roads. I mean, that's just a great line from that movie. Like, there's so many great lines, but like that one takes the cake. Do you want to take the retro blasting one there, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I love retro blasting. Ryan, are you truly devoted to cargo shorts like Tony and Bobby? What brand? And most importantly, why?
I was not wearing cargo shorts at Joe Fest. I think I might have a pair of cargo shorts. I'm not devoted to them. It's convenient. Lots of pockets, can put stuff in them.
See, I fucked up. I didn't do the retro blasting.
Yeah, see, you busted my balls about it.
I know. I gave you shit. Now I get it. You get put on the spot. I got to do better.
Thor's wondering, do you think Hasbro is trying to compete with Bobby with the new Python Patrol?
No, I don't think Hasbro really pays much attention to it, other than maybe one of the designers does and takes maybe a few ideas, but I don't think so. Isn't Python Patrol, they're pulling out vintage ideas, right? From vintage G.I. Joe.
Like they're kind of like blending the two together. Like they're going, like they're pulling the vintage idea but making it more modern.
Yeah. Like I have the Tiger Force Outback from Classified. I didn't know there was a Classified Tiger Force Outback in the vintage line.
I don't think
so. So Tony was like, when they first revealed that figure, I'm like, I love Outback, but I want the original one. I don't like they put this stupid orange tiger on his shirt. And Bobby's like, no, that's accurate to the vintage toy. I'm like, okay, there you go. I still don't like it. I took the tiger off mine with some acetone, but
that's customization is what they call it these days.
Yeah.
Scott says, I will always say that someone needs to make a Tombstone action figure. Easy accessories would be horses and okay with corral play sets.
That would be very cool.
I love Tombstone, honestly. I don't think Tombstone gets enough like love in comparison to most figures.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen someone suggest there'd be Tombstone figures. That'd be very cool. I would like a whole Clint Eastwood line. Let's just do Clint Eastwood from every movie.
If they're doing Indiana Jones, I feel like Tombstone would fall right in line with that, and then Hasbro would ruin it, and nobody would ever want it again.
And I think that's the reason why, because Hasbro would fuck it up.
Let's get Bobby to do Tombstone. That'd be good.
Oh yeah,
I would
Bobby
love
can do Tombstone.
That'd be
No, that'd be good.
And Dirty Harry.
Oh, dude, yes.
I've never seen Dirty Harry.
Oh, then we can't talk anymore. We're done. Briscoe,
it's good fun.
I'm gonna tell you, Briscoe. Stay tuned. We have some news that will be coming up soon in regards to some boglins. So stay tuned for that.
I might have announced it on Jim's show.
You did, but we'll probably go into more detail as more info comes out. Jim Largo, definitely go check him out. Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures, great guy, always supporting. Both of us here. We love him.
Briscoe, you can watch that replay. It was Friday. I don't know what day it is today. This is the problem. I still think LaserPants is coming tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, I believe it was on Friday. Check out their channel. You can watch all the replays. They do an open mic. If you want to talk boglins, they might tell you to come on too.
There you go.
Let it roll.
Hard to act. I'd like Mr. Freeze from McFarlane.
It's coming.
I saw that yesterday, and I liked the box art, and I was like, "Holy crap! Do I want a Todd McFarlane figure? That's so weird. That's so out of my character." And I looked at the figure, and I was like, "Well, I still kind of want it. But I'm afraid I'm going to see it in person. I'm like, God damn it, Todd." But, at least it could have these super long legs and still pass as normal, and it'd be fine. Like, Mr. Freeze figure would look dope. Done right. Yeah. I don't know if Todd's going to do it.
I've been waiting almost 3 years to get a Mr. Freeze from Mezco that I ordered. So
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You're making me not want to get Mezco.
Yeah, we're probably not going to get these Mezcos, bro.
Because I've been going on like, ooh, that looks nice. It's like it's like a weird toss up between Mezco, Hot Toys, and I can't think of the other one right now.
No, you of all people can't buy Hot Toys. First of all, you're not going to fucking open it and appreciate it. What are you going to do? Look at the fucking box art, bro. You can't buy Hot Toys.
I told you. I'm going to start. I'm going to start a new thing. We're going to do inbox photography. Damn it! It will be a thing. Okay, you're going to see tons of people in this world doing fucking inbox photography. Started by this conversation right now.
The IBACBA.
Exactly.
But no,
look at that sweet pose, guys.
Dude, that's dope right there. I'm loving
it. Even if you did open it, then that's all you're gonna fucking talk about. That's all I'm gonna hear for like 3 months. Like, oh, look how sweet this Captain America is. And you should get Hot Toys. What's your Marvel Legends doing? First off,
I will not get Captain America. You should know better. Okay, don't be putting that stuff in my mouth. That does not happen. Okay, no. War Machine, sure. Iron Man, absolutely. Spider-Man, for sure. Captain America, don't you fucking say that shit.
And then the next phone call is, I can't afford these championship belts anymore because I bought all these fucking Hot Toys.
I only need like 2 more.
Look,
I'll have all the belts that I need. I'm good.
I'm sorry, guys. Aaron and I usually keep our fighting in private, but special occasion today.
Yeah, this stream went a little longer than we thought. This is normally when we like go off stream and hope that we're not live.
We are usually done by now, but this chat keeps popping. They want everything from LaserPants. They're gonna suck the bones dry.
Tony wants a European exclusive.
Of what?
I don't remember.
Mr. Freeze. I don't know.
It was about 5 minutes ago. So we're probably somewhere talking between like the Mr. Freeze and something else. I don't know.
Crackmaster. Crackmaster. Oh, now I want a Crackmaster Walmart action figure. Actually,
you know what? You'll probably see one on the shelf soon. It'll probably happen.
All right, what else we got, Aaron? What else we got?
I'm a little lost.
I know. It gets overwhelming. I don't know how they do this.
I don't either. Ammo to go. There are or were some 1/6 scale Tombstone figures. Doc Holliday and White. Those are just the two like Like those figures are synonymous with Tombstone. I would love to have the other ones, but I'm okay if they were to, redo those too. I don't care. You can make them all day. You can make them as many times as you make a fucking Superman figure. Don't give a damn.
Aggressive, sir.
I know. It's okay. That's what I do.
Oh, Tiger Force Outback was a European exclusive in the 80s. Gotcha. I didn't know that. Thank you, Tony. See, he is good for something.
Wait, what? Ted has not seen Dirty Harry? Yeah, no, he hasn't. I'm pretty sure we can come up with a list of things he hasn't seen.
I'm uncultured, for sure. Ignorant and uncultured. That is me. I live in a bubble. But I like what I like, so.
Art G, thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed your time here. He's also letting everyone know, if you have not hit that like button, make sure you hit that.
Thank you, Art G. I meant to say that like 2 hours ago, and I was just distracted by Ryan's hair.
Let's
get definitely subscribe.
Yeah, like, subscribe, comment, tell Tay to watch movies. Whichever one comes first.
We also have a toy store. Okay. All right. We're gonna wrap this up, Aaron. We're gonna wrap it up. Okay. I missed a thing. Okay, so we have gone 2 hours and 21 minutes, which is way longer than what we should have gone.
Wait, 1 second. This needs to be said.
What?
Ryan, you haven't seen Ghostbusters?
No.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know. But that's worse than Ted not seeing Dirty Harry. Definitely.
Wait. Hold on. Some things can be forgiven in life, but not seeing Ghostbusters?
Okay, we got to get to Retro Blasting's comment that you had.
I love how we're deflecting the question now.
No, we got to get to it before we end.
All right. Here you go.
Yeah.
Ryan, as a Seattle, I'm stuck on the fact you haven't seen Ghostbusters.
That's okay.
Read that, Ted.
It's a thing.
Okay, all right. Ryan, as a Seattle denizen, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
You are.
If you have the choice between the light rail system and taking a car to ECCC, why did you blow it off for an appointment with Daphne Rawson? I don't know who that is.
I didn't know either, but I saw this comment a minute ago and I Googled it. Michael. Now that's in my search history.
Like, I kind of want to look it up now just to see exactly what
She's
it is.
She's a porn actress.
Oh, 1 second, please.
I should have said porn actress.
I'm only looking it up for research purposes.
Right. If you had people in the comments asking you inappropriate questions just to mess with you, what line would need to be crossed to wreck a friendship?
You're not even close to it, so we're all good.
All right. So
I literally Googled that. I'm like, I don't get the reference. It's probably something really smart that I don't know about and cool. Let me Google Daphne Rose. Oh, okay. Yep. See, I told you Michael's the funniest one. I told you.
We absolutely appreciate Retro Blasting popping in here. Like that is freaking awesome. So thank you, Michael, for hanging with us. Ryan, what would you like to promote before we say farewell to everyone?
This is a 3POA podcast. Everyone can check that out. But I'd like to critique toys, right, on the show. I don't really do figure reviews, but since I'm here, I wanted to critique your show, if that's okay with you. Just
go
live.
for it.
Is that okay?
We would love that.
I thought you guys did great. Everything was good. You even sent me notes. Just one thing. The drawing a penis on the notes thing, maybe next time don't. It was.
So you would prefer like a little fuzzed on there, like
I mean, not at all.
The whole puberty thing
you
again, man.
Don't draw. You don't draw.
Would you prefer like an outline of the actual? I just need notes for the next guest.
For the next guest is it's Jeremy, right? Yes, definitely do that. Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Ryan, thank you for joining us today. This is definitely a lot longer stream than we normally do, but we appreciate you being here. You can catch Ryan. He does most shows on Wednesdays and every other Saturday on the 3PO podcast. What you got, Mr. DarkClaw? What you got?
I did forget one question. Ryan, is your potential show with Retro Blasting going to be on the 3POA channel?
No. Nope.
Heard that. So you're going to have to subscribe to multiple channels, people, starting with this one.
It all starts here. You heard it here first.
So I want to thank everybody for checking out the stream. We were super excited about it. We hyped it a lot. LaserPants, Ryan, you're a trooper for being here and dealing with us. We appreciate it more than anything in the world.
I had fun. Thanks for the invite.
You guys can find us at helladopetoys.com, where we sell super sweet, awesome Action Force figures like this Sergeant Slaughter, who is still missing his hat and sunglasses from my time on the 3POA podcast. Still have not found those sunglasses, Bobby. He needs
I got
like
trigger. I got trigger from you guys, and it showed up in pristine condition. So thank you.
Pristine, beautiful. Actually, I put your head on the trigger body on the thumbnail. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did notice that. Yeah,
I thought that suited you the most. So you can follow us at Hella Dope Toys, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Aaron, what am I missing?
Okay.
YouTube,
Facebook.
I don't know. Facebook. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Thank you guys for coming. Be sure to check us out next week. We will have Rocco the Great on, and the week following that, we are going to have the Sunny channel on. And if you're looking for something to watch after this, I believe Sunny is live right now. So hop on over to his channel and check him out.
I like Sunny.
Of course, check out the 3POA podcast. Check out Analog Toys, and Retro Blasting's here. Go watch him. Even if you want to go yell at him, he loves that shit. Go fucking yell at him, dude. That'll give him content for months, and I'm gonna watch that shit. I'm like, fuck yeah, get him, Michael. Do that shit. Go fucking yell at Michael.
Destroy him.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Love every second.
Don't forget your Boglins. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah,
thank
and
you
then
guys. We will see you next week, 9:00 Sunday Eastern Standard Time. I am the one and only Black Knight. That over there is Mr. Ted DarkClaw. That guy is Mr. LaserPants, and we will see you next time on This Show is Hella Dope.
Skeletor, what brings you to the dungeon today? Fools! Don't you know what day it is?
Why, it's Saturday, Skeletor.
Today is National Sex Day. Ah, yes. Quiet, imbeciles! The only thing you're fucking is stupid! Don't you get it, Evelyn? They smell like a wet dog in a fish market, and no one will ever love them! Evelyn, that